currently Kuthana the 25th. It's early morning. Not early morning, it's about mid-morning. You guys are in Danehold, or just outside of Danehold's residential area, and moving towards the agricultural area, investigating a dead person. Kino is going to approach, having lagged behind to investigate the body further, and let Zeta know that it appears that the body's about 2 days old. Zeta, you already knew that, though.
I had my suspicions.
Well, you also had the spell that told you.
That too.
Very convincing suspicions.
See, the only thing that doesn't make sense here, Kino, the only thing that I can't put together, we've got the body, we've got the dragon, we've got the footprints, but where is the giant Tybee?
He's a bit confused, and I don't think I quite understand. A giant Tybee?
Yeah, he's gonna explode out of the mansion. It's just the part that doesn't make sense. We've got all the other pieces, we're just missing the explosive finale.
Still not quite sure what you're talking about.
The Kino gives Aubrey a look of, thank God it's not just me.
She dwells on dreams quite a bit. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just a little confusing sometimes.
Then why don't we go ask Tybee?
Well, I say this in the nicest way, but I don't think Tybee would know.
Gil, then?
I don't know, I feel optimistic that maybe Tybee would know. Don't you, Zeta?
I suppose I do. You know, Francis brings up a good point. If anybody's going to tell us anything, it's going to be Tybee.
Kino is still very confused about the whole thing and says, I appreciate the optimism.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so,
And to be very clear of the current situation, because I feel like it may have been understated previously, the area you're in is the footprints and such. The footprints are the hardest thing to make out of this whole thing, but it was a series of god rolls essentially from the party last session, because obviously from the perception checks you guys have had before, you would know that the footprints were made whenever the ground was more covered in snow, but then thawed out afterwards. So you're looking at the footprint would have been made in the snow, which then would have left an imprint in the ground beneath. So you're looking at imprints of footprints
through snow.
Well, the snow is gone at this point.
Or that were made through snow,
right.
Rather. Cushioned footprints.
So there's not much to go off of.
How deep was the snow previously?
It wasn't extremely deep, maybe a couple inches.
Okay.
Maybe an inch if you did it in the later part of the day.
Perhaps we can ask
You
the
guys
trees
are
again.
in midwinter. You're
See them?
free to interact with the space.
Could you try talking to the trees?
I'm not sure the trees would listen. The last one didn't really seem to.
Well, he was pretty nice. But the problem with him was that he had to ask all the other trees about what we were asking him, so it was going to take years, whereas we could just ask these local trees directly what they felt, saw. I don't know how trees perceive the...
I'm going to. It's probably been an hour since we've left Gil's mansion.
Yeah, we've
I'd say
been
it's
here a
probably been
while.
about an hour.
Okay. All of my remaining eyeballs should return to me now.
Okay. I believe you'd cast that originally right whenever you'd found that body, right?
Give or take, then I believe so.
Yeah. It hasn't been that long since then.
I thought I cast it when we were outside of Gil's.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I?
You started your investigation, quote unquote, by sending out eyes. And
That's
that
right.
was right when we found the
Yeah.
body.
Okay, so there's probably still out scouting then.
Well, I'm sure some of them return. They don't all have to return at the end of the spell.
Right. And there are a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. And, I can't remember if Vinay was chasing them or not. I think she might have missed it this time around. One thing of note about the town is that it does seem a bit more energetic, I suppose, is the closest word.
Compared to...
Just compared to the
Frenetic.
normal day by
Gotcha.
day.
Just more active.
Yeah, it seems like there's more bustle. Which is, it would be something a bit unusual, I suppose. But I guess somebody give me like a local check.
Yeah, I was going to ask for any
Sure.
holidays or something.
Yeah, hit me up, Aubrey. Hit me up with that local.
Um,
Damn it.
Look at that. Aubrey crushing it.
Aubrey, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down.
It's okay, even the 18 would have got it, but Aubrey absolutely putting it to rest here. No pun intended. Because you would know that around this time of year is it's almost the end of the year, and the last day of the year is known as Night of the Pale, which is it's a pretty close similarity to Halloween.
AIL or ALE?
ALE.
Pale.
It's not Night of the Buckets.
Okay, gotcha.
Essentially, the idea behind the holiday is at the end of the year, the people who have died throughout the year's spirits would come back as vengeful ghosts. So in order to prevent that type of thing, people through festive feasts and tell positive memories of the departed for the year, and that would hopefully make the spirits remember the good times rather than be vengeful and have
Very
them
interesting.
go back their way. Because unlike our Halloween prospects of ghosts returning, their prospects of ghosts returning is a little more
Likely.
likely, yeah.
Oh no. No one has any good stories about Arthas.
But that's that's your best guess of why the festivities are starting to ramp up. People starting to decorate and such.
Yeah, I'll point it out to anyone that's confused.
With a holiday, you'd think after a murder, people would be a little more indoorsy.
Well,
Murders
if they
don't
were,
shut down Christmas.
the murderee would come back
What's a
and
Christmas?
kill them.
Oh, that's right. We don't have Christmases in this plane.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What does our local monster hunter have to say about a dragon being so close to this area?
Yeah, Donald.
Well,
Jonathan.
Don's gonna shrug. He says, oddly, Furious said it probably wasn't a big deal if I didn't investigate this one. Not even sure if it was a dragon, but
What if it was a hit? What if there's some mafia stuff going on in here?
yeah, by the way, Leslie, how does Don feel about investigating this? Yeah, I have to ask that now.
It's hard to say, right? Because, like, I'd say it's, take it or leave it.
It's my job to hunt monsters.
Yeah, but it's also your job to hunt monsters that are bothering people. And this
This
monster
literally killed
seems...
someone.
Yeah, is he being bothered now?
Ebony killed someone. Are we just gonna kill every dragon that's killed someone at this?
We don't kill Dons to save parents.
We don't kill Don to save parents.
Well, it's too late for that.
No.
We're just
I think we should
Father-
definitely look further into
father
this.
slain family.
It's strange for a dragon to just show up in Danehold and blast someone that we already knew. Oh. There's too many lines
Yeah,
being
and-
connected.
Yeah, Francis, what
And-
was I thought Arthas went home to change his life, to pursue a what's he doing here?
Yeah, he was gonna go see his wife and kids, get everything all straightened out.
He couldn't see his wife and kids. They were the ones that were kidnapped.
No, he was supposed to go get him back.
Well, then what's he doing? If he was trying to get his family back, what's he doing here?
Okay. Wait.
He also
Wait,
tried
wait,
to kill
wait.
me, I think.
Have you ever stopped to consider that maybe he was lying to you?
You think
Well-
he would do that?
Yes.
It's not like we can really ask Arthas about it now.
Or can we?
Can we?
Yeah? Oh. Eyebrow. Well, just raise my eyebrows up and down at Zeta. Or can we?
Should
Can
we
we?
ask Arthas himself?
We could ask him who killed him.
Exactly.
Do you guys really want to waste that many resources on it?
Not a character. I could use a hero point to do it, but
To
is
do
it worth
what?
that? To cast Speak with Dead.
I can just teleport to West Crown, buy a scroll of Speak with Dead, and then teleport back.
How much are they for a third level spell?
It's like 300 gold.
For third level?
Or I can just go get stuff for Animate Dead, and we can just bring Arthas back.
As a
Alright.
skeleton.
It's going a little too.
Wait, there's still meat on them bones, right?
I can bring in a scroll, restore corpse.
Tell us who did this or we'll kill you.
What if it wasn't a dragon? Then we really gotta find out who did it.
I like the speak with dead idea.
We could find a grave candle as well.
Oh man,
I swear you all wet.
that would be terrific, actually.
I'm sure we could scrounge one up in West Crown. I've got a decent amount of gold I could put towards it if we really want to do that.
All right, yeah, no, that sounds like a great idea. Okay, we'll be right back, guys.
You just grab Aubrey.
Yeah.
Zoop.
You guys are gonna go try to buy a grave candle?
Try to.
Surely any curio shop in West Crown should have one, right?
No, not really. They're kind of expensive. I'm not saying they don't exist.
I've
And it's
been searching for it for a few days.
It's a 5,500 gold single-use item.
How much is a scroll of Speak with Dead?
370.
Wow, that's so cheap. I didn't realize scrolls were that cheap.
I suppose that probably would be the solution that makes the most sense.
The problem is Zeta has to cast it at 4th level. I don't know how that interacts with scrolls.
I can do it.
I can cast it at 3rd level.
If you can find a witch scroll seller.
That's true. Which I have had someone searching for a few days. How much gold did that cost me?
Fuck.
Okay.
Let's say it cost you 10 gold.
Alright.
But you absolutely found a fucking seller for 375.
Awesome.
So 385 total for your level 3 witch scroll. Fucking piece of shit.
Fucking
It's the first time I've used it well. So
It is a good
happy
use.
with that. You said 385?
Yeah, 385 total. For the
So 10 from your fund and 375 from...
yeah. Fuck. And then you guys teleport back, I assume.
Can I
Yeah.
pick up that other thing while I'm here?
Sure.
The corset of delicate moves.
Yeah, I'm sure you could find one of those for 2k.
Awesome.
Apparently,
Now,
Ober just had all this money hanging around.
I've never really dropped below 4k. I'm up to 6.3 right now. Well, 4.3. Alright. Let's rock.
Alright.
And roll.
Teleport. Zips back.
All night long.
Oh, give me
Sweet
2
season.
D100, Zeta. Since you're
yeah.
teleporting back and forth.
Oh no. Oh
Oof.
no. How dreadful.
Yeah, I don't think either of those fuck it up, do they?
No.
Nah, I didn't think
It's
so.
gotta be 98, 99, or 100.
Yeah, you're fine. Alright, so in the interim period, did anybody want to interact with the area while they're gone for like 20 minutes?
We do need our investigators investigating.
We actually just showed up in West Crown and they had a guy there with a scroll for me. Essentially.
That's basically what happened, yeah.
Everybody's just like, yeah, I asked a guy a couple days ago. He knew to
So-
meet us right here.
Because Zeta mentioned just asking Arthas about it, Leland is going to yell at the puddle, see if the puddle knew who killed it.
There were some physical remains, right?
Yeah, They had like half the body behind the
Cool.
police
Right,
station.
but the other half has to be here.
No, you just need a piece. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't expect Leland to get very far.
Yeah, Leland can just yell at the puddle.
Yeah. At least he's not sucking it.
He just loves his feathers.
Oh my god. Stomach made of iron.
So, anybody else doing anything while Puddle Sucker yells at a puddle for once? Alright, I'll take that as a no. So Zeta and Ober pop back into existence nearby. I'm assuming you guys are heading back to the deputy station or whatever, the guardhouse.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. It's much the same. You know, there's still a body behind a curtain, or half of a body about.
Alright. Alright, let's try this. And I'll go ahead and use the scroll over the
Shit. I gotta look stuff up now. Dude, I didn't think I was gonna need this fucking sheet ever again.
What's Orthus's alignment?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm so curious though.
I can tell you it's different than yours.
Damn. I don't even
That's
know
it.
mine.
It can refuse. It doesn't necessarily do so.
Right. And it could also just bluff my ass. Yeah, you killed me.
You did it.
That soldier's a spy. Sir, yes, sir.
Oof.
What we got? Oof.
Look, he was red.
He resisted it.
He resisted the shit out of it.
That was just
Oof.
blood.
I don't
Well,
I don't think he's willing to
it says if successful, they can refuse to answer or attempt to deceive you.
Oh, but they're the body's
You
still
get to ask your
so
questions.
the body still fucking creaks to life.
Oh, gotcha.
Explain to me what Aubrey's spellcast looks like as he breathes some semblance of life into this half a corpse.
It's probably involving the beard doing some whirly shit and the face just going absolutely wild about it in anger. Let's say the face just nags him out of death.
Is this what happens when you always cast spells?
It is now.
It's not-
Damn face.
Boy, we just lost about 10 points of subtlety.
So, I mean, the corpse seems like it's creaked to some semblance of life. You can try to ask it questions if you want.
Good evening, Arthas. You remember me? No response?
It gives a very pained yes.
Well, came into town recently and we noticed that you were dead. We'd like to know how that happened if possible.
Sandra's gonna pop over and she's gonna say, we're sorry we never found your family, but we're still looking.
Yeah, oh yeah, we'll find them. We'll find them.
We never get a chance to thank you for giving us all of your stuff when you quit, but why did you come back here if you quit? Like Francis said.
Creaks out. Francis.
Yeah, the one with the mask and the loot. He's over there.
Francis waves.
Papers.
Papers?
please.
Do we still have his letter?
Papers.
Zeta's going to produce some spare scroll paper from her pouch.
That? Question mark?
Paper?
Code.
Coat.
The coat that's on the corpse is almost entirely destroyed.
Aubrey, is this like when your crab gives you words? Is this a guessing game?
I think it is a
Paper?
guess.
Coat. She's gonna start writing them down on the scroll that she's produced.
Who killed you?
No, hang on. Let him give the rest of the words.
Well, he'll only respond to questions.
Creaks out. Archmage.
What's the Archmage's name?
You get no response.
Who
Why-
does he not know the name? Is the name part of the guessing game? Is it like charades?
Why are you in Dane?
So, hold on. And Francis is gonna fish out some notes from his backpack and run over. It's the letter to Petra and Curia.
Okay.
Hand it to him. This?
Oh no, VS hands.
He doesn't have hands.
I'll hold it out in front of him after like awkwardly trying to hand it to him. Oh right, sorry.
You get a no out of him before
No.
the magics that were keeping it alive, quote unquote, escape from the mouth and kind of out into the wind as a wisp of smoke.
Oof. Rip to that.
It only
Alright.
had a couple of minutes on it because it was a scroll.
Yeah, like 3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, but
Alright, so we got some clues here, but I feel like we're still a well ways off about the final solution. But I'm optimistic that we'll figure this out.
I guess
Look, we've got papers, coat,
Have we ever known the Archmage's name?
and
Not sure.
Archmage.
Or do we just know him as Archmage?
well, they always just refer to him as the Archmage. But the you do have one of the papers from him. Do I still have it written down anywhere? Yes.
Time to
He
go to
had-
the tapes.
The arc he never thought we'd get to.
You also had you had 2 letters from him. One of them was to Petra and Curia, who were in Taldor, and they were spinning tales of study at the academy. And then the other note was a partially written report requesting an extension to a deadline addressed to the Hall of Charms in Corvosa.
Was that never delivered while we were there?
No, you guys went to the Hall of, I think, Abjuration and the Hall of Divination, and then bounced.
That sounds like
God
us.
damn it, Zeta.
Well, we lost one of our own. What can we say?
Killswitch, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Z-
You're
Z's
right
gonna-
up in this thing's face, and you can see that there does seem to be an internal jacket pocket with a bit of paper coming out of it.
You really had to spell it out for us, huh?
Alright then, yeah, I'll dig in and fish it out.
I'll point to the other papers and just announce, better late than never.
and then I'm gonna hand it to Zeta and walk very far away and say, "Hey Zeta, what's it say?"
So, see, on the outside of this folded piece of paper, there is an artist's rendition of Killswitch with and without a mask.
Oh my god, just a wanted poster.
Well, that's very nice, Francis. We
Wait.
can put it right up on the fridge. Right there, so everybody can see it.
You have a fridge?
That
No, the banner.
Oh,
What did I say?
fridge.
you said banner.
Don't worry about that. Well, it's a very good depiction of you.
Zeta, what's it say?
It's a picture.
Can I see?
Is it just a picture?
Oh no, it's
What's-
a picture on the outside, but it's folded up.
Go on, Leland. Read it.
Folded how?
It's basically folded in fourth, so fold it over in half, and then fold it over in half again.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up again.
And it's got a wax seal on it.
Before you break
Okay.
it, is there anything specific on the seal?
No, it doesn't look like it has like an insignia or anything. It just looks like wax has been melted to seal it.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and open it up.
All right. I guess can
Is it
Leland
gonna explode?
read?
He can write
Yeah.
letters. Of course he can read.
Give me an intelligence check, Leland. You've hammed up being stupid for too long.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No,
Oh no.
this is too advanced for Leland.
It's been too long.
These letters are not what he was trained for.
It's like he's reading
uses.
Greek.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not Greek. It's like Arthas used multisyllabic words, and Leland just doesn't know how to handle it.
He now has to change his language to Undercommon.
Small comment. So Leland's gonna attempt to sound the words out for a little bit.
I'm sure it's
He
like
was
watching
there.
that one Miss America speech.
They're just gonna cheer him on. Like, you can do it, Leland. There you go.
I'll clap for him 100 feet away.
No, it's more of a sound. Try it again, Leland. Exsanguination.
What's that word mean?
The draining of blood. I'm sure he was just writing a medical procedure.
I don't know.
Is somebody
anything
gonna help
about
this man
those.
read?
Zeta will
Please. It didn't explode. You can take it.
Zeta will fly over and read it from over Leland's shoulder.
All right, give me reflex saves.
Okay.
Nice. He's
Perfectly average.
nice.
But Zeta, you take full damage,
Oh, I'm sure I will.
and Leland takes full damage.
What? Are you serious?
With a 28 reflex?
Yeah, because it's anyone next to it when it's red takes full damage with no saving throw. Any creatures within 10 feet though are entitled to a reflex save for half.
Wild.
If you're close enough to read the runes, it gets you. And Leland was close enough to read them. He just couldn't, so he didn't set them off. Because
What
it,
does that look
it
like?
specifically says when the explosive runes detonate when red, not when attempted to be read. Kill switch. Definitely doesn't need a reflex save. But, I mean, did anybody else want to stay far enough away from this because they saw it was coming but didn't warn anybody?
I didn't see that coming at all, personally.
Let's see it, Ober. Let's
Because
see
you
your
forgot
reflex
about
save.
that.
You didn't see Francis run away.
No.
Ober, let's get your reflex in.
Alright.
What about Donovan and Radis?
Oochies.
Donovan would not be anywhere near this situation. Radis might.
Alright, let's see Radis's reflex. He's a nimble boy.
He'll be dead.
So Ober, you take full damage anyway.
I do have the whatchamacallit.
Evasion.
Right.
Okay, perfect. Donovan, you also, or I guess Radis in this case also takes full damage. That too, though. Alright.
Is there anything left of the paper?
No. And there's also almost nothing left of that corpse. A short while later, one of the guards comes out from the guardhouse, sword in hand, to check out what's happening out here. Recognizes the group. Says, what in the hell's names going on over here?
Leland's hands are still outstretched the way he was holding the paper.
Like a Daffy Duck cartoon.
He slowly swivels his helmet
Duck
back
season,
around.
fire!
If he didn't learn how to read, he's never gonna know. Reading is dangerous.
Reading Painbow.
The hive was right.
The body.
The hive was
The note.
right.
Knowledge is dangerous.
Oh, fuck. 2 in 1 campaign.
Reading is almost as scary as space.
Oof.
So the guard is still demanding an explanation as to why there's explosions.
There was a page with a picture, and then we read it, and boom.
We found a note on the body of the man that was murdered this morning, which is apparently trapped. With
I'm
some
starting
sort
to
of,
think Arthas had something against us.
I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
So, at that point, Francis is gonna walk up to everyone. I have a confession to make, guys.
This ought to be good.
I lied whenever he said he gave me all of that stuff.
Surprise, surprise.
I kind of made him do it magically.
Well, that's okay. He was a bad man.
Yeah, he was kind of a bad guy, so
But remember
feel
how
like
y'all were just gonna...
pretty good.
Right, y'all were just gonna let him have that stuff. Look at how
Yeah.
bad of a guy he was, right?
He was dangerous with it. It's understandable.
No, yep, absolutely right.
So now that we've established this baseline, let's talk about Gil.
What about Gil?
Is he the Archmage?
The guard also says, what about Sir Gil?
Yeah, what about Sir Gil?
What about Sir Gil?
He starts
Honestly,
playing
I-
a song.
I think he's pretty nice.
And then I'll look over to the guard. He's the nicest person I've ever met.
Yeah. I'm a little frazzled. I'll admit. I apologize, Sir Guard.
Oh, you know this guard over here. This is Marcus.
Marcus.
You crashed his birthday party. You got told to leave by Karen.
Yeah. Ooh, Karen. I'll speak to her manager. I apologize to Marcus and let him know there's not much of this body left.
Aubrey with his rainbow hair.
True. I imagine I either take a -2 or a +2 to charisma checks with people depending on who they.
Depending on how they feel about whatever you are.
There's no neutral stance on this.
Nobody's neutral about it. Huh? I love it. He
Screaming rainbow man beard here.
the Marcus looks a bit bewildered about the whole thing. It's just, well, just keep it down, I guess. Just starts heading back inside.
Well, dead end.
He deserved it.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say so now. Well, I thought so before, but the Archmage.
Yeah, who is the Archmage?
Oh, we know of one.
No, we know of a Grand Wizard.
Grand Wizard.
Why don't you ask the Grand Wizard?
Maybe she knows of one.
Oh,
Do we probably
before we
certainly-
go there, maybe Gil knows. He does magic-y stuff too, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And he met with Arthas this morning.
That was not this morning.
That was
Yes,
a couple
well-
days ago.
Okay.
That was
I'm
more than a couple of days ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it a long time ago?
It was a while, yeah. I don't remember when they first met, but it was shortly after you guys had met Arthas.
A couple months, probably.
A month maybe. I can't remember exactly when, but it's been a few weeks.
Nonetheless, he may have information.
he is pretty wise. We
So-
should definitely seek him for counsel on any potential Archmagus in the area.
So you guys are going to
Bug
look for Gil?
again.
Well, yeah, because we also have to ask him about Tybee.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's pretty common knowledge amongst your group at this point that he's not going to be home midday. He attends to many of the affairs in town.
Perhaps
Hey,
we
he
should.
doesn't mind if we crash.
Yeah, well, maybe we can talk to some of the kids first.
The kiddos. Well, I more meant
Kiddos.
just going to the estate's probably not a good place to look for him. Not that he's unfindable, it's just that he's not going to be there. Probably a good bet is, like, just asking around to see if anybody's seen him.
Look for the little green guy.
In fact,
Well,
does he dispel the eyeballs? Can she call them back manually, or is that just something they come back later?
they just do what they want.
Oh,
I can give him directions as far as like
Go
a
look
whole
for a
sentence
blank.
of like directions, like go over here, go scout this out, and return to me after, like whatever.
yeah,
But like otherwise, they're free to do whatever the fuck they want.
gotcha. Kino is gonna meet back up with you. Shortly after he had stayed behind to kind of survey the area of the incident. And he says that I must say, Aubrey, is it?
Yep.
I think your summation that it was a green dragon is accurate. The surrounding foliage, other than that was destroyed in the acid, did seem to have increased vigor in this winter time. A side effect of a green dragon's presence.
It would make sense. Likewise, the only other dragon that can spit acid spits it. Not such a wide area.
Yes, true. Ebony kind of peeks up from Killswitch's bag. She says, I could do that if I wanted to.
You hush.
Her eyes just kind of narrow at Aubrey.
Don't tell Ebony to hush. What's gotten into you, Aubrey? Or grown out of you?
So many
And then
things.
got into
Francis.
that.
Well, surely Gil knows about any kind of large green dragons in the area.
There should
You guys
be
are gonna
any in
be-
the area.
So we go find Gil.
We know the dragon's in the area. There's no reason for there to be a green dragon here.
So Leland's gonna go ask if anyone's seen Gil. Still covered in whatever the explosion left him covered in.
Donovan, give me an intelligence check. Straight intelligence, but I want it with advantage.
I can't promise you anything here.
Oh, I'm aware.
You got it.
I promise you absolutely nothing.
Ooh.
Oof. So
That's what advantage is
Oh.
for.
Yeah, that is what
Oh.
advantage is for. Oh, man. So, Donovan, it's been like a month and something, and also you were dead. But, when you were first inducted by High Hill, you had questioned him as to why he was even here. And he told you that he was on his way to Beld because they had sightings of what they thought to be a blue dragon in the area. But the description was unreliable at best due to the range it was seen at.
Why haven't we known about that?
I forgot about that tidbit. Guess I'll bring that up to the group.
Well, just all this talk of, dragons in the area that shouldn't be jars of memory.
Gotcha.
Donovan will bring that up kind of offhand. Like, on the topic of dragons, I remember my captain, High Hill, telling me about a blue dragon that they had spotted around Beld. Maybe we could go check that out after.
Certainly could.
What do you think, Ebony? You want to go kill a big dragon?
Or do
Take its sword.
green dragons typically make home?
Typically in forests. I'm only giving you that information without a check because you nat 20'd an Arcana check on dragons last session.
Yeah. I think I'm probably alright.
Guys, what if, and hear me out, what if that paladin was the dragon?
Which paladin? Olaf?
You know, yeah.
Only metallic dragons can take human form.
Mm. I'm
He
glad you're
didn't
so well
spit
versed in
acid,
bird
he
law.
just drooled.
Why do you hate that paladin so much?
And Frank's gonna squint his eyes. He ain't right. My Almadanes, you can't trust him. Someone like that, as soon as you turn your back, bam, they're hitting you.
Sounds like,
cane.
sounds like you're talking about yourself.
As soon as you turn your back, bam, religious freedoms.
Terrible.
The joke got me twice.
Okay, but if you guys are looking for Gil, somebody give me a diplomacy. Whoever's leading the charge.
Francis.
Who should that be?
Oh god. They see a large
See?
man in Iomade armor covered in soot and gore
It's very charming.
asking asking
Everybody's-
for Gil, and they're just like, he's over there.
Yeah, I imagine it's everybody's in like a huddle, And you're like, maybe we should go talk to Gil. And Leland just catches some passerby, looms over them, is like, where's Gil?
All right, I guess we found it.
You give me how Leland asked this question, because it's 100%, impatient child asks stranger a question.
Hey, do you know where Gil went?
Some lady walking by is just like, I saw him in town hall not too long ago.
Okay, great, thanks.
She kind of waves, carries on about her day.
That was weird.
So I take it you guys just head over to town hall then.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, Gil's in there, as well as a few other individuals who are speaking with him. As you approach, he sees you guys coming and kind of says his goodbyes to the other individuals.
And his sanity.
He says, what brings you all to town hall?
Oh, Aubrey talked to the body, and some paper exploded, and there's a dragon.
Yeah, we came to talk to you about Arthas, in fact.
He kind of looks from Leland to Aubrey. I'm sorry, what?
The mage, Arthas. You're familiar with him? Yeah.
I don't recall.
He's the man whom we borrowed that book.
Oh, the one with the fake beard.
Correct.
Right.
Well, he was apparently murdered in town earlier today by what seems like a...
Not today.
Yesterday?
Dustin.
2 days.
Arthas?
2 days ago.
Okay. Why was the body just hanging out for 2 days? What is that?
It wasn't.
You gonna bring that inside?
It was just, yeah, it was behind the guardhouse. The reason they didn't bring it inside is, yeah, because it was melting.
We just dig a hole, throw it in.
That's not where bodies go here.
Aubrey doesn't know that.
You do know that. You've been to where bodies go.
I don't know about that.
What? You've been.
What do you
Never
mean?
mind.
What do you mean by where bodies go?
Okay. Do you remember when you guys went to the Minotaur Mountains to meet Galatraxus? Not Galatraxus. Jesus Christ, my brain. When you guys went to the
Yeah, I
Minotaur
remember.
Mountains to meet Gandrahal.
Umbral boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did-
but
Remember the imp told you that bodies get dropped off there.
yeah, I thought that was just from where you call it, the one place.
Oh no, it's from all around.
Damn.
Like if you can't afford a grave, that's where your body goes.
God, what was the name of that place? Messini. No?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're talking about Lake Messini now?
Yeah, Lake Messini. Are bodies still going there, in fact? Isn't that
they-
whole
they-
area destroyed?
That's been a problem recently. And it hasn't been touched on too much, but bodies were starting to pile up.
Okay, well, that makes that much more clear.
Yeah, because they couldn't be brought to the normal place bodies go to be disposed of. But, what was the question you had before we went off on this tangent?
Oh my gosh.
We were explaining how we came to Gil.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he was killed 2 days ago by what seemed like a drug.
Gil says, I'd heard about a commotion a few days ago. Though I wasn't pressed for detail. I took no interest in the matter. At least once I found out that it was no one from town.
Well, it's strange nonetheless that he'd be here and be killed by a dragon.
It is unusual that he would be in town
And
at
that
all.
nobody noticed the dragon.
Yeah, it was. From what we could surmise, it was a pretty old, right? Green dragon. Not necessarily old, but at least in a.
Young adult.
Have you heard of any in the area?
Not that I'm aware of. I heard we had a problem with some large bovine creature.
That was taken care of.
Yes, we indeed did.
Oh, well that's wonderful. Glad to see the what's the word for it? Not contract. Shit. Requisition's the closest word. So I'm glad to see the requisition to the pike had finally paid off.
Well, I mean, I'm a pikesman, so
We all just like to fight monsters.
by the
I
way,
think we do solutions occasionally, but I'm optimistic about the fighting.
would you happen to know who the arch wizard is?
Archmage.
Archmage, that's it.
Yeah, we spoke to Arthas's corpse, and he mentioned that the Archmage killed him. I believe. He wasn't super clear.
And then he tried to kill us.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
I think maybe you're just overlooking something there. But anyway, Archmagus.
Archmage.
Arthas was in his employ, as far as we know, under threat of his family, from what we can understand.
We still need to give his family that letter, don't we? Francis, do you still have that letter?
Yeah.
One day.
Are you going to show Gil the letter?
Yeah. I'll pull out the letter and show it to Gil.
Which letter are you giving him?
I'll show him both of them. I mean, no need to be stingy here.
Okay.
We're all friends.
So he reads through the first one, the one to Petra and Kyria, and says, "Oh, so he was a student at the academy. He's a long way from second home, I suppose. This is all the way in Taldane. And you found this on his person?
No,
Something
he
like
gave
that.
these to us.
Yeah.
You were given these by a dead man.
Before he was dead.
So you saw this man before he was murdered.
A long
Correct.
time ago.
When we got the book from him.
The book that I gave to you.
Oh.
Yeah, that was after he tried to kill us the first time.
He kind of flips the page to the other note. Well, this is addressed to the Hall of Charms. Oh, he must be talking about the headmasters. It's Archwizard would be an archaic way of calling it. The the headmasters are who run the individual halls. Uh, who was it? Gasta Viagra, I believe, is the current headmaster at the Hall of Charms.
Can you spell that or type it?
Yeah, I'll throw it in here.
Headmaster at Hall of Charms.
Yeah, he says that's the current headmaster. Is that right? Yeah.
That's very
Wait.
good to know.
Yeah.
Do you know anything of her? Is it her?
It is a her. Well, she was the niece of the old headmaster, um, of the academy at that time, at least. The title of headmaster has since been moved from a primary position above all of the academy and is now just the position above each of the halls. It's more of a separation of powers, as it be.
What about her as a person? Is she particularly troublesome in any way?
I don't suppose that you get to be a archwizard by not being troublesome.
That's true. You have to be a little eccentric.
He kind of chuckles and says, she's, well, charming.
They always are.
Well, she is a wizard.
And the head of the Hall of Charms.
I don't know, Zeta. One of the wizards we know isn't exactly very charming.
Yeah, but Celery is kind of a hermit. She can't help it.
Just more of the type of girl that you would want to step on you or something.
Aubrey, what the hell is wrong with you?
Just saying.
Radis looks genuinely concerned about Aubrey's well-being.
What did those nightmares do to you, Aubrey?
I don't know. Maybe he has a point. There is the room.
Aubrey takes
the
a
gray room.
-2 to domination effects.
Got him.
But no, Gil says that she's actually the one who made this suggestion originally to separate the powers instead of just being the new headmaster once her uncle had died. She just took over the Hall of Charms and made it more of a council.
Let me see. How many halls are there? One for each school of magic?
Generally, yes. There's the Hall of Summoning, the Hall of Seeing, the Hall of Induction, the Hall of Words, the Hall of Lies, the Hall of Shaping, the Hall of Charms, the Hall of Whispers, and the Hall of Crafting. I had Ornerlos Hall, but that's more of an administrative building.
So a council of 9. Or 10.
Nine. The Ornerlos Hall has no power. It's simply for administrative purposes. It's also where most students sleep.
Do they not have their own rooms? Why do they sleep in the hall?
The room is kind of like a hall. This is all good information. Thank you, Gil. Oh, and Zeta? The dream thing?
Oh, right, the dream thing. Is there, for any conceivable reason, some kind of way that Tybee would end up 35 feet tall blowing through the roof of your home?
He seems genuinely shocked that you would ask something like that. He's like, what? Why would you even
I'm
have
sure he's
that
not doing it
idea?
on purpose.
This is a dream?
Yes. A very concerning one. I care a lot for that Minotaur boy.
Her dreams carry a lot of weight.
Do they?
Wizards and all.
I've never put much stock into dreams.
Well, I mean, there's always tonight.
I don't believe I catch your meaning.
If you dream tonight, you can start taking stock in them.
I dream a many a night, but I don't believe they carry that much weight.
Maybe you're interpreting them wrong. Dreams are just messages from Desna to help us get by in troubled times. All that matters is how we interpret it and how it helps us in our own lives.
He has a moment of clarity and says, I see.
Which is why I'm telling you guys, Don's dreams don't make sense, and they bother me. But he's not having them anymore, so win-win.
Says, in any case, if you are to speak to Gasta, if you were to head to Corvosa, your best bet would be to search for Yersi, as she would be a sort of second in command there.
Yersi?
You've met Yersi a few times. She's the one who delivers grants to Gil's estate.
No.
Right, but
So-
we gotta find a dragon first.
If the Archmage was responsible for the dragon, maybe she was the dragon. Not to accuse her of anything.
Dragons aren't people, Aubrey.
We're not even sure that she is the Archmage, but it's a good But Leland, people can become dragons with very advanced magic.
In any case, Gil, I don't mean to impose, but do you possibly have any literature about the elemental planes, about dragons, and possibly about teleportation that we can borrow?
He kind of ponders for a moment and says, the best source of material I have on teleportation would be the book that you've lent me. The best on dragons, I'm sorry to say, is more of a work of fiction, as well as a series of um, artistic endeavors. I do have
But it is sorry, is it a well researched fictional book?
mm, I can't say that it is. It's more form over function. But
That wouldn't
the
be
book
so
on
terrible.
planes I do have in my study, in my personal study, just due to some of the um, magical theories that come into play. There's actually a very interesting magical theory that would, were you to subscribe to it, believes that, say, all things fire magic originate from the fire plane through a thread that connects all planes together. Same with, uh, water magic coming from the water plane, and so on and so forth.
Well, of course. That's how the summoning spells work, of course. Right?
Well, are you
There are many theories. Not the particular theory I subscribe to, but it's a valid one.
have you finished your study of the teleportation book that we've given you?
Finished, not quite. I could definitely use more work on it, but I suppose I could give it back. I guess
Oh no,
particularly.
if you aren't finished with it, by all means. But if possible, could I perchance borrow this elemental book? I do have some aspirations of learning more of where to understand that I come from.
Oh, absolutely. Fair is fair. If I am to borrow one of your books, you should be able to borrow one of mine.
Excellent. We can swing by your manor on our way out.
Certainly.
Where do you keep that book when you're not studying it?
On my bookshelf. In my personal study. I'll have to grab it for you, though, as many of the books aren't um, well labeled, let's say.
And perhaps keep the book a little safer. Even safer than a personal study.
Oh, are you mentioning the book that
Correct.
you all...
Correct. The teleportation book.
Oh, no, that I keep in my room, actually. It's a bit of a nighttime read at this point.
I trust it's safe.
Well, certainly. I thought you were inquiring of the planar book.
Of course. I understand.
Oh, no. No, Theories of Elemental Magics is in my personal study. The artistic expression of dragons is in the public study. But sure, I'm not altogether too busy. If you'd like, I can accompany you and I can fetch the planar book.
Of course. Are you
Actually,
celebrating the
that
holiday
would be
today?
terrific.
No, I'm not particularly much of one for this specific holiday. I don't take a vested interest in the Night of the Pale.
Understandable.
If you do that, that's fine. Enjoy yourself. I'm sure there will be feasts aplenty here in Danehold.
Did we celebrate that in Summer's Grove?
I'm sure some of you did. It's more of a
I
personal
did.
thing if you celebrate it or not.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No,
I'd imagine there were some people in Summers Grove who did do that. It was a very community-heavy community.
Well, Aubrey, your family's still alive, so you probably
What?
don't have anybody to talk to.
That's not true. His parents
Yeah.
died this year.
And my best
When
friend.
did your parents die?
But he
Zito, what are you talking about? We discussed this a couple times. They were executed because they were heathens of the state. Heresy and all that.
heresy and all that.
That's right. It was your parents that died.
That's right.
Okay, no. I had parents confused for a moment there. No, we're back on track.
Yes, all parents kind of look alike.
Um,
No, mine were pink.
So I'm sure he kind of escorts you guys over to his estate, and he'll head to the back to grab the book on planar theory.
Aubrey, I take that back. You guys, you humans are more of a peach melba than a pink.
Yes, I can see that. Melba's a good word for it. Nice and boring.
Just seems appropriate.
Of course.
I'm assuming Zeta's
Guess
going
we'll
to
all
accompany
follow
him.
Gil. Yeah.
Figured at least Zeta was going to go with.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you've been in the personal study before. On a couple of occasions. In fact, Killswitch once tried to cast spells at people in there.
Yeah, usually nothing goes well when Killswitch tries to cast.
Trees, dolphins.
Now that didn't go well for the
specialized
Dolphins.
tool set.
But no, he peruses the bookshelf for a while and pulls out a pretty thick tome, unmarked but leather bound, and gives it to Zeta.
Zeta's gonna kind of dig around in her bags for a little bit, and she's gonna produce a couple of books from her bags, and she'll pull it out, look at the bookmark, scroll over to it, close the book, put it back in the bag, pull out another one, open the bookmark, see the pages, kind of read, close it, put it back in the bag, and she's gonna kind of look at Gil and say, seems all of my bookmarks are in use. Do you have one I could borrow as well?
Oh, certainly. He gives you the book to hold, and then he proceeds through the other door. There's two that enter the room, one of which comes from the main hallway. The other one, just by peering through when he opens the door, leads to his bedroom. You hear a drawer open, and he comes back out a short, maybe 30 seconds, and hand you a bookmark.
Gil, you are entirely too kind. I'm very optimistic about this.
Oh, not at all. It's I have plenty of bookmarks. He kind of looks to the bookshelf.
That is quite the collection.
Couldn't do something as heathenous as dog-earing them.
Oh no, absolutely not. No, you'd only do that to well-loved books.
Perhaps works of fiction.
Yes.
These
You
are
definitely would not want to do that to...
academic books are too heavily cited to warrant the chance of marring their information.
Absolutely. No, I would hate to think what might happen to my formula book. she's gonna snap her finger, and a large spell book will appear from another dimension, and it's actually going to have intricately crafted dragon skin as the binding. And she's going to explain that this is how I keep my favorite book safe.
He seems rather impressed by the apparition of the book to begin with, and he admires the book for a moment, and then you can tell he's admiring the conjuring of the book. And he says, "Were I to choose a different path in life, perhaps I would be more of a practical magic wealth of knowledge."
It's not really all that difficult. I could show you. You're well intelligent enough.
I fear my understanding of those things arcane is more fundamental. The fundamentals are important. I find them to be incredibly intriguing. The micro rather than the macro, that is.
See, Gil, that right there, you're already off to a bad start. Listen, you can understand everything fundamental and academic about magic, right? But it's about imposing your will upon the reality that is. That's the important part of magic. And the books won't tell you that.
I have to disagree with you on a philosophical level here. Magic isn't something we should impose our will upon. We should use it to create the best possible world. And I think...
Why can't you do both?
Well, I'm sure perhaps my studies will lead to a world where more powerful magics are available to more common people, but for now, I'm just hoping to get the basics into the hands of the common folk.
Well, whatever I can do to help you in that, just let me know.
Oh, certainly.
I should likely contact you later about summoning an air elemental, but that's in the future. That's for future Zeta and future Gil to worry about. Thanks for the book, and Zeta will abruptly dart off.
Okay. Alright. It's probably early afternoon. The sun is, starting on its decline. It's not quite red skies, but I'm assuming you guys are all outside of it's just outside on the estate.
Probably, yeah.
So what's the plan? You guys got a couple of plates in the air at this point.
Was
I
it
guess. Go on.
Belt that we were going to next?
We can go back to Carvosa and deliver that letter.
Yeah,
And
let's just make a
investigate.
day trip out of it.
Well, I mean, I know it's going to be a commitment, but,
If we
Seems
just
like
wait
our-
a day, I can bring us to Corvosa.
yeah, that could be done.
But
All of us?
we need.
We don't need all of us to deliver a letter.
Yeah, but it seems like there's investigating to do there, potentially. If this is,
we
in
gotta
fact,
find
our
the dragon
Archmage.
first.
Who's that?
We have to find the dragon first.
The dragon.
We have an idea that there's a dragon in this area. We have an idea that there's a dragon in Beld.
Which is like, it's how many miles up the road?
It's like a... It's a good day's... No, it's about a day's travel, but it's the full day's travel.
gonna sit down and start scratching in my my spell book.
Um,
So we're probably gonna have
Wow.
to rest for the night.
teleport
and,
could actually get you there. Incredible.
Wild.
That is pretty
Overnight
wild.
lizards.
to Beld or to Corvosa?
Corvosa.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the one I wouldn't like rolling that bad one on though. You're in the ocean. Alright, guess I'll die.
Here's the crab.
Oops. You are 25 miles off course.
Wow, you are in a wall.
Oops, all merfolk. Fucking dolphin's revenge.
And that's when Zeta
Just
hijacks us, teleports us to that island.
Just to paint the picture here, at worst you're looking for a 3% chance.
Yeah, it'll never
Okay,
happen.
happening.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Anytime I do anything with Zeta, the bad things happen.
Nah,
Right, but
It's
not
fine.
3% chance of the bad things.
this couldn't go any poor way possible.
Not at
100%
all.
success chance. So you guys just gonna get a room for the night, or
Oh, I have a room.
it's
True,
true.
look,
Don
it's-
doesn't have to worry about a room. What's Radis's take on all this? Since he's back in civilization.
Radis wants to go home. And I don't mean the home, his new home in Hingy. I mean he wants to go home to Alkenstar.
Radis, your horse still lives for like another 6 hours.
Just ride it all the way to Alkenstar.
Up
No, he
cowboy.
rides it to Hingy, then he climbs in the cannon, and the cannon shoots him out to Alkenstar.
His final farewell. He's seen the hell outside in the world above. He eliminates himself in Alkenstar.
What a
Out of
statement.
mercy.
He eliminates Alkenstar, you wish.
No, he rides the cannon the way we ride the catapult.
It's just as soon as the eldritch shot passes through the mana waste, it just peters out.
Radis just flops on the ground, broken. He had Featherfall cast on him, but it's gone.
So
It's
shall
gone.
we head to Bell then?
Do we
Right
want
to
to
it.
investigate the dragon?
Beld's a bit far away, and I thought we were investigating the dragon here, but it looks like we're not going to have any luck here. I mean, aren't
if
you
the
guys
dragon-
at all curious about the relationship between Gil and this Arthas was his name? Arthas.
Yeah. I have 2
Not-
personal possessions of Gil.
Not too much. I mean, he didn't even know who we were talking about when
Now-
we arrived.
To
Why
be
do
But
you
he
fair,
described him as
need-
the guy with the big fake beard.
the book is still Gil's, but the bookmark is yours now.
'Cause he
I
gave it
suppose
to
if you want to put it that way.
Oh, is that bookmark that?
I guess I'm not
Makes the
borrowing the
bookmark another-
bookmark,
Yeah, bookmarks aren't something you borrow.
but I do have his book. It's not a body part, a lock of hair, or a bit of nail, but it'll do.
But Arthas, if his corpse wasn't lying to us, insisted that the Archmage killed him. In which case, which would likewise collaborate the fact that it's so random that a green dragon would just show up here out of nowhere.
And why did the letter have Francis's picture on it?
Because I'm pretty sure Arthas hated Francis. He knew that Francis is a bit of a narcissist. He would see that and open it and read it. My opinion.
Well, Francis, why didn't you open it? You are a bit of a narcissist.
Because I did the last one.
There is another one.
Yes?
It's a shame we didn't get to read it though.
Why do you think I ran away from it?
It's a shame we didn't get to read it.
I mean, what it actually said.
It said boom.
I don't know how those work.
It was an explosive rune. There was nothing else in it.
Luckily, you
Yeah.
paid somebody to explain it to him yesterday.
I thought it might have been like a precaution of some sort.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
So we're not making any headway on the dragon here. Do we want to go to Beld? Whatever we want to do, I am currently writing up a conjure wizard or a conjure carriage cast.
Yep, I think we can do that in the morning. So
Well,
one
just-
more night at the inn.
I just want to point out that, that was a long time ago that I got inducted into the Hell Knights, so this dragon situation, considering it was my captain we're talking about, it's probably already resolved.
Or at least not built anymore.
That is probably a safe bet. Do we want to continue with checking out the? Did my eyeballs ever come back to me?
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Did I get any kind of useful information out of them?
Useful information. Can you define useful?
Um,
Can you use it in a sentence?
you use it in a sentence. I guess anything related to green dragon sightings or anything about tracks in the wood.
No, nothing like that. You do notice that some people are decorating their houses too early.
It is a little early. Any particular decorations that stand out? We can go check that out later.
There seems to be one particular house that's done something that's a little unusual. Seems they've saved a bunch of gourd-based fruits and have carved faces into them.
Fascinating. I want them.
It's Furious House, isn't it? The fucking heretic.
But is there anyone who saved faces and carved gourds into them?
Once that eyeball returns to me, I guess there's probably not. I'm assuming there's not really any other particularly useful information.
Give me a fucking D100.
Okay.
And I'm doubting it, but let's see.
Hi.
Nah. Nothing of use.
58 earlier too.
Quit rolling all these 58s.
But hey, look at that. That's 11 teleports that work just fine.
Great. That's 11 of the good teleports gone. The next one's bad for sure.
I don't think that's how that works. But
I
yeah,
hate-
go on. If there's,
Bad teleport.
So you guys
if there's
just
not
gonna
really any other.
bed down?
Yeah, if could we get some healing going? Does anybody?
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do that as well.
Because yeah.
By the way, I totally forgot I gave up evasion whenever I took out my monk level.
That was
Well-
me
Oh, yeah.
doing my glowy armor bit.
Well, get wrecked, nerd. Have you considered that?
It's alright. I'm just gonna throw out all of my heal.
Alright.
Who else needs
So we
heals?
will advance a day then.
I lost 20 health with that, and I was already hurt.
Well, don't forget you heal a little bit overnight anyway.
Yeah, but Don punched me, so I was pretty hurt.
It was
So-
hilarious.
I
It
feel like
was.
it's a decent time to take a 5-minute break as well to get your healing out of the way. Be back at 8:50. Pick this up. Grab something to drink and such.
Wow, perfect 20.
2 perfect 20s. I think we have enough spare healing to go around and just top everyone off.
Alright, so for
Is there any
level 5
perfect
spells, do I have any requests?
What are some good options?
I have 2 teleports right now,
Mass
I can-
haste.
and I can freely cast Prying Eyes once per day. Oh, I don't have Mass Haste learned yet, but I guess we could pick one up if we make some bank.
Oh, I thought you were referring to upcoming level or something.
No, I've got Teleport, Unseen Crew, Unlimited Power, and Prying Eyes. I've been taking Teleport this whole time just because that's the most particularly useful. I guess I'm gonna take both Teleport, whatever. Level 4 spells. Do we want to do any scrying tomorrow?
We could
I
try
know.
Friend Bob again.
I now have a personal possession of Gills in case we want to scry on him, because he never answered the question.
Got him.
Sure. Maybe 2 attempts at that.
He evaded him when I asked him about Tybee. He evaded me. But I could take as many as 4 casts of scrying.
Holy shit.
In case
Have
we
you
ever
read
want to
this?
kill 4 hours.
Have you ever read this spell?
Which one?
Anywhere but here.
Oh no. I do remember this one, but I figured I could never convince you guys to be willing to go to another plane.
No, I would absolutely do that. Come on.
Yeah, but I would need all of us too.
You would also have
Oh
a
my-
little bit of difficulty coming back after.
We would have had like a what is that, like a almost a 6% chance to get to the boneyard to save Dom. Could have had him back weeks ago.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, and you can call like 1-year-old, right? Sita,
You
Do what?
can what?
can't you call one of your rolls?
Oh no, only on a d20.
Ah, darn.
But it doesn't matter because we can cast it once every 2 days anyways.
What?
So we just bounce around for
This
the rest of our
spell?
lives until we end up...
Why is it once every 2 days?
Because anybody that's been teleported needs to wait 24 hours.
Ah. I missed that line at the bottom.
One day.
That said, that's probably better to wait until you have plane shift. So you can... Oh, bad choice. And get the fuck out.
Two levels. 2 levels.
Said,
Looks like we just end up in the casino again.
That wouldn't be so bad.
Oh wait, we end up in the DMV.
Yeah, but wherever we were coming from, this probably means the apocalypse happened.
Okay.
Well, we have to. One of the prerequisites is none of us can be on our home plane whenever it's cast
What?
for that spell.
What spell?
You and up to 4 willing creatures, none of whom can be on their home.
You cutting out?
The target is you and up to 4 willing creatures, none of whom can be on their home plane.
What's the spell?
Anywhere but here.
Yeah, it's in chat.
So if we're off of the mundane plane, we can get out. Might not be the best idea.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a safeguard. Oh, anywhere but here. That makes sense.
It's, oh no, we're in hell again.
Not the good part. Oh, we could end up in the Maelstrom.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. In fact, most of these planes sound terrible.
Oh, look, we made it straight into the astral plane with Francis.
Oh,
We could
look.
end up on Earth.
No.
Oh, look,
Corpse and
we're in the
transfer.
abyss. Honestly, I think the abyss would be a step up from the maelstrom.
Maelstrom is chaotic neutral,
Yeah,
and Abyss is
chaotic evil.
chaotic evil.
Yep.
Wait,
What
Abaddon
also
was
happened?
neutral evil? Yeah.
So 85 to 90 teleports us to a random demiplane. So we could just totally just like randomly show up in fucking somebody else's demiplane. Celery could be in her demiplane studying, and we just kind of pop right into there. And she's just like, these motherfuckers, right?
The only way you can outsmart her is through RNG.
And then a random material plane.
Right. That's even like, it's like a D1 million.
That's when we pop in on ourselves in a different universe.
That's when you pop in on the fucking swarm.
We give it sentience.
You're just like, oh no.
5 minutes later, hey guys, we taught them how to choose.
Nah, you guys land on like a... The swarm is literally just Tyranids. You don't want to
Sympathetic
land on a
swarm.
fucking Tyranid planet. That's a terrible place to be.
It's like the
So-
bad ending of Half-Life 1, where you don't go with the G-Man.
We just make our own species, right?
Better off landing on a fucking Dark Eldar world.
Sounds like it could only end terribly.
Yeah, it's correct. You have accurately surmised the situation.
Wow, they've
like-
been fantastic hosts.
I feel like they've barely survived the planet themselves.
Here, let's roll a D100 and see how we die.
I mean, it's a pretty good planet if you're a Dark Eldar.
Komarow's pretty alright if you're Dark Eldar.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this'll once we get the interplanetary ship going, it'll be okay.
And space insurance.
All right, everybody
Oh
back.
yeah, it's gonna be a
We've-
starship.
I don't think anybody left.
Okay, perfect. So you guys wake up, Cthulhu the 25th. It is Oath
Wait,
Day.
Brian, are you here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
10 a.m. The day is yours.
So we carting up to Beld, or do we have other ideas for tracking down a dragon here?
I was under the impression that the plan was go Noath.
I think we're going Noah.
Both those places are actually Noath, but it's up to Zeta. Zeta's the one with the fucking teleportation and cart.
Yeah, I guess we'll go Noah, and I'm gonna present Radis with an opportunity to summon a horse for him to get him out of here.
Well, rightly appreciate that, Ms. Zeta.
And
Please, get me the hell out of here.
absolutely, and if it wouldn't be too much to impose, I would like to mark Radis so that I'll always know in the future if he's ever in trouble.
I want to roll a sense motive.
Well, working Alpenstar.
I wanna roll a sense motive. on
Do it.
this.
It's not a bluff.
It's all right. It's not a bluff. All right, you can mark me.
All right. I'm
Throws
going
acid
to,
in his face.
No. I'm gonna cut my finger, squeeze out a drop of blood onto a little dagger, and I'm gonna ask Radis to kind of lift his pant leg, and I'm gonna cut like a kind of a little sigil down by your ankle.
Okay.
You now have an ankle monitor.
Oh God, it is.
You're under house arrest.
Oh no.
You are the authority, Zeta. Zeta! You're the authority!
You're the order.
Zeta, you're the man.
You're the man.
My
I
man.
didn't think they'd call
My
the Zeta.
man.
But yeah, you're now cursed.
Got him.
Neat. I'm going home, bye.
Gets in the cart.
And I'm gonna summon him a horse.
Radis will say his goodbyes to the group again. He'll end it with a fond, don't ever contact me again.
And rides off into the sunrise.
Rides off into the sunrise.
All right, just because it's kind of important, this horse is gonna last for.
About 3 seconds
Really?
before it explodes.
This horse will explode in.
It'd be so good. It's a fucking
Oh my
mafia
God.
hit the whole time.
Oof.
So it's gonna be an extended, empowered, and maximized mount.
Why would you do that? What do you mean maximized?
I'm just kidding. It was just extended.
Okay.
Okay.
Maximum horse. Horse is so fucking.
Fucking horse is
Swole
jacked.
horse.
It's the most powerful. I summon a fucking Clydesdale.
Maximized horse.
All right, Radis, here's your Clydesdale. It's gonna last for the next
Year and a half.
fucking 48 hours or something crazy.
Long enough for you to grow attached to it. And
You'd be like, wow, this horse is still around. I guess it's just an actual horse.
I named it Betty.
It's gonna be 36 hours, so it's gonna be long enough just to get attached to it.
You're gonna be gone the
One day.
third day.
one day your daughter's gonna be riding on it. 10 years down the road.
Daughter's gonna be learning how to jump.
No,
and,
no,
you
no.
know,
Now,
It's
honey,
gonna-
don't squeeze Sugar Bloom too hard. Now she doesn't like Sugar Bloom.
No, it's 36. No. It's 36 hours later, right? And fucking Raz is like, you know what? Let's see what this horse really can do here. And he fucking starts tearing ass down the road and just disappears.
he's getting ready to jump a fence on the horse.
Right, he's just like hoof beats, just railing against the ground, and then all of a sudden, gone.
Just sailing through the fucking air.
Horse plane.
Back to the plane of elemental horse. Alright. So Radis rides off into the sunrise. And you guys are what, teleporting to Corvosa?
There he goes. 3 a.m. cowboy that we could never live without. But I guess we'll just have to. Alright, let's go.
Wait, were we going to Corvosa or Belt?
Oh no. Why does
We
this
can
map
both.
have a nose and a chin?
What?
And a little eye.
Oh no, it does.
Don't handle this.
What the fuck are you talking about, friend? a nose,
little-
and a
It's
chin.
like a little toupee of river that perfectly curls around its ear.
Dustin, are you okay?
I do not understand. Can you click on the map and show us where you're looking?
Are you like zoomed in at all? I'm like all the way out.
I'm
like Dr.
pretty much
Farnsworth.
all the way out.
It's so obvious. I don't understand.
It's like one of those magic eye things.
Yeah, it's like right here. I'm trying to make it the whole map, and it won't.
It's like
It's like
Dustin's
eye
over there. It's
here,
like right here. He's
Like,
pointing
some
at the
nose,
screen.
and some chin, and like the little ear right here with the toupee of water curling around it.
Oh no.
Fuck?
No.
If this is
The eye
like
is right
an,
here.
an
The head is up here. The
So
mouth
wait a
is right
minute.
here.
there's the mouth and
This is a chin. The straight line
Yeah,
is the
that's the
chin.
No, like the
Imagine,
little.
imagine
the
a
little
profile of Dr. Farnsworth.
Like it's
Good
walled off,
news,
like,
everybody.
the profile of a chin. We did this on
this
purpose.
is a collar.
It is a profile of Farnsworth.
God damn
This
it.
map is the last boss of the game.
Dustin's done, guys. He checked out.
Alright.
Anyway,
Alright, Zeta, give me the D100.
Oh, we're going to Corvosa?
That's what I
What's
thought you were
that?
doing.
that's the eye.
And we're all dead.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
look at it. Do
Right,
like
and then
one,
like
one of these.
got
Listen
like
here, you piece of shits.
Quickly trace it before he can delete the map.
There should be no evidence. Is this Corvosa? We've been here before?
Yes, you've been here before.
There's no way I've never noticed it. Because there are several maps that look like faces, and I always mention it.
This is the
Anyway,
first
there are
time
a
you've.
lot of faces.
Oh my god.
we're in Corvosa.
You're in Corvosa, you did it.
We're, we're in Corvosa.
Like the neck.
Wait, how many people can you teleport, Zeta?
Oh wait, no, we have to leave one person here.
Who gets left
Right.
Go
behind?
with spring. Arc and high.
One additional willing medium or smaller creature, or its equivalent per 3 caster levels. I'm caster level 9, so I can bring 4 people, myself included.
Yourself included, so 5 people total? Or 4
No,
people,
5 people total.
so 3
4
other people.
Oh.
It's Zeta plus 3.
Okay, so who's staying behind with Ebony? And Kino?
Francis.
I can hire a crew to man the ship down to Corvosa while you do.
Yeah, for 2 weeks while you guys go there, deliver the letter, and leave
Oh
in
yeah,
a day.
that was a super long trip.
I mean, is this going to be a 3 teleport thing, or
We don't
guess
need
it-
everybody to deliver a letter.
Alright, yeah, so who's getting left? Ebony,
I'm not touching
Kino,
Francis.
and Francis get left. Alright. So everybody
do
else.
his
Reality, Francis.
he can do his gross bug thing and
You can be your gross bug thing all by yourself.
You and Ebony.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure
Ebony
you will.
appreciates the filth.
Wait, is
I need to
like,
get me Ebony.
teleportation's instant, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I like to think of it as like we kind of just like walk
Walk
to the,
around
and
a
just
corner.
kind of walk around an invisible corner basically.
Does anyone want to get in the mirror? Like
Doesn't it-
the mirror spell ends if the mirror moves more than 5 feet and everyone's expelled, but we're gonna be already in Corvosa at that point.
Depends on if they're expelled before or after.
I mean, I can just
Or
touch
during.
the
It's
mirror.
whenever it's moved more than 5
Or
feet.
during. Oh my
Excuse-
god.
excuse me as I'm expelled all the way from here to Corvosa.
We don't have to move the mirror. I can just touch it.
Gets fucking spaghettified.
Yeah, exactly.
I just touch the mirror and we teleport.
the ragdoll physics where the arm stretches
see it as,
14 miles.
For all that, why doesn't
I
somebody
just
just
see it
get
as,
in the bag of holding?
I just see it as the person expelling as soon as the move action is complete, in which case the
So-
teleportation.
All right, I will cast Reduce Person on Francis. He can get in the bag of holding.
That works.
Wait a second. I have a bag of holding. Hold on.
Look at that astral plane right there.
Yeah, but we don't want to go crazy or anything. Astral
Oh
Plane's
my
only-
god. I hate you guys so much because I just figured out a way to do it.
Go on.
I want a fucking hero point from somebody. I don't care
Regarding?
who it is. The answer to the stupid teleport question.
What's the question? How to get everyone there?
Yeah.
I thought mine was pretty sound.
No, yours is bad. It's not gonna work.
Take a 0 point.
Nah.
We don't need to bring everybody.
I feel like we're gonna need to investigate the whole person there. And
I'm taking one of
stuff.
Dustin's. Fuck you, Dustin.
Okay, take Dustin's. He doesn't need it.
I offered it. But you know what? Take one of Dustin's. He got 2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alright, so here's what you have to do. You have to put someone in the mirror, and then put the mirror in the betting box with 2 people making a bet about something stupid, and then teleport, and then somebody wins the bet. Because then the betting box shows up with the mirror
so you
inside of
make a
it.
bet about heads or tails.
How does the betting box help in that situation exactly?
Because the betting box
Because
appears
it
before...
disappears with the mirror.
Yeah, and then it appears before the winner of the bet.
Yeah, but in the end, the mirror will still have moved 5 feet. It's like the same
Right.
as just teleporting.
No, it would have plane shifted twice.
Plane shifting is a movement as well.
But it's not a measurable movement.
Okay, I guess.
Depends on the measurement, but yeah.
Guess it's a
If
layer
you
of
want the
movement.
extra step, you stick the mirror inside the bag of holding, then stick the bag of holding in the box.
Not a good idea.
Probably not.
I mean, I'll
Something
take the
detonates.
workaround. It's good to know for future, so let's do it.
Alright, who's getting in the mirror? Francis.
Oh shit.
It's pretty cozy. I won't.
Alright, I'll try it.
Alright, animate spring, grab the mirror.
Put
An
spring in
animated
the
spring.
mirror.
You gonna put Spring in the mirror?
No.
Where's she going? She going back to being a rock?
Yeah, I'll just rock her. Always have it prepared,
Just in case.
just in case. Go on in, Francis.
Go on.
Okay.
Get in the mirror.
I'll go in the mirror.
Get in the box.
Put the mirror in the box. Somebody makes a stupid bet. Alright, and then nobody ever win this bet.
I
I'll
bet
bet Francis
that-
never betrays us.
I'll take that. Put a gold up.
You just have to put the mirror up for the bet.
Throw it in the. How big is the box? Is it even gonna fit in the box?
Wait, how big is his mirror?
It's big enough to fit through.
Oof. Yeah, fuck it. Let's say you put it on the box, and the box still takes it.
Fine.
The box and the
Let's
mirror
do it.
disappear.
Shrinks it down to a maneuverable size.
Yeah. And that's it. The fucking box and the mirror are gone. And you guys teleport. Then one of you has to win the bet.
Oof.
What was the bet?
That Francis would never betray them.
Oh,
I'm free. He's gone.
Very clever,
Aubrey.
guys.
Zeta, you did it one motion what I could not do in a year of us playing this campaign. You got rid of Francis.
Nah, the coin toss is probably the best way to be.
No, the bet was made. The bet was made.
We never shook on it.
They shook on it. They shook on it.
Is this bet retroactive?
Yeah, I'm imagining the coin toss bet was the one that they were actually going with. 'Cause that
Yeah,
one
it's
is
the
the one
only
that
one
makes
that
the
really-
most sense.
Yeah, this is under the assumption we know what we're doing.
In a perfect world, though.
In a perfect world.
If nothing else, this just opens up the door to simplifying teleportation.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
simplifying magic
Instead
jar.
of turning this into logistics, the campaign.
Yeah, me having to explain to you guys how to use the thing I gave you in fucking episode like 4 or 5.
I bet Grotus will never invade.
Grotus invades.
Darn.
At least I got this betting box.
Grodius invades Galarian. Always sunny.
Who would have ever predicted this?
So, there you are in Corvosa.
Hey guys, remember that time I died here?
Is there a statue of Don yet?
No, they don't put a statue up for that.
Is there a crater here?
There's a crater outside of town.
Don, you want to go see your crater?
I would love to see my crater.
Yes. I'm gonna cast Fly on Don, and we're gonna fly over to the crater.
What's the crater look like?
It looks like a flat field of snow.
Slightly indented.
It's not a crater at all. The snow covered it up. I didn't even have time to enjoy my handiwork before. I just kind of...
It was a spectacular, at least.
Well, I mean, you said there was a holiday named after me.
Yeah.
Would people recognize me if they saw me on the streets?
A lot of you Hell Knights kind of look the same.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
medley.
it's Jackie Chan.
Quick, name 3 Hell Knights that aren't Jackie Chan.
Furia,
Got deep
Don.
into the Jackie Chan last week.
Jackie Chan.
Fuck.
I'm fucked.
though
Okay.
I guess Don's not a very common name.
Is he gonna put a thing on his chest? Hi, I'm Don.
Okay.
Oh, were you named after that hero?
Set up and ask me anything in the middle of town. I backdropped a dragon, ask me anything.
Dragons deserve to be backdrop. Change my mind.
All things can be achieved through Kyrgyz. Changed my mind.
Okay, how would you actually do it? Oh, I sold my soul to Kyrgyz. Kyrgyz gives Don 1,000,000 good boy points. Everyone just starts offing themselves to Kyrgyz. I mean,
Mass
to
suicides.
Not
Kurt's
Kyrgyz.
like, no, this isn't what I'm.
Let's talk about Moloch.
Am I
You said
strong
Kyrgyz,
yet?
the Freudian slip.
Oh, no. It makes more sense this way.
It does make more sense to say Kyrgyz. Worship Kyrgyz, and you too can be an avatar of Moloch.
And then,
Wait a minute.
How
Then
do you know
there's-
they're not the same person?
and
Have you
there's
ever
the
seen them in
voice
the
your
same
head
place?
that's saying, you mean Grodius.
Hey, Grodius is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, just off yourself to Grodius.
So yeah, it's a nice crater, I guess. Alright. What else is there to do here, Zeta?
Well, the crater got better. You should have seen it when it was covered in like flames and immolation
And dragon.
and dragon.
Ah, did I look sick?
Hang on. Alright, Don,
Yes.
don't save. And I'm
Don't
gonna
save.
cast.
Don't save.
I'm gonna cast a spell on Don.
Stop resisting.
I'm not resisting.
And we're gonna cast Mind Link, and we're gonna replay 10 minutes of Don just kick fucking the shit out of that dragon,
But from Zeta's point of view.
but from Zeta's point of view.
Oh no.
Oh, I did look sick.
All in all, it was pretty terrific.
I had swords, and I still punched it. Vroom.
Vroom.
Backdropped the shit out of that thing.
Man, why doesn't anyone believe me when I tell them about it? Ma didn't believe me. The orc didn't believe me. Furia didn't believe me.
The orc.
He's not gonna call him Dad yet.
I could show them.
That's the name.
So yeah, now we just have to go back to Summers Grove.
Yeah, not too sure if I'm big on even bringing up the idea with my mom, considering what she did last time.
Oh.
See, when she found out I sold my soul to Moloch, well, I got an ass whooping.
Yeah, you know, I've never really conceptualized regret in my lifetime. But
It's not true. Zeta has a regret.
meeting that door. That goddamn door.
He's optimistic about
Anyway, we
Yeah,
saw
let's
what
get
he
into
had to
this
say.
letter.
Though, I don't think asking for an extension is very useful after he's dead.
Absolutely not.
Need a
Well,
really
I
long-
guess we could inform them that it's an indefinite extension.
Look, better late than never. All that matters is that it got here.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys are heading off to the academy.
Seems like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys head through town, walk your way through the main gate of the academy. And I guess start making your way through the halls until you get to the halls of charm, the hall of charms. And sure enough, behind the main desk, in sort of a foyer area, is Yersi. And she seems to be kind of filing some stuff away.
Is this the lady?
This is the one we would recognize.
Yeah. Here, let me find her picture if I still have it. Nope, got purged, so let me find it on my computer. Luckily, I don't delete anything ever. Well, fuck.
Except that.
The one thing we deleted.
No, when I tried to put it into Roll20, it opened another. It replaced my Roll20 with a PNG.
Oh, another tab.
No, it replaced this tab. So now I gotta get back in Roll20. Alright.
I know how that one goes.
There she is.
So, who has the letter?
Some kill switch, because he has all of the stuff that he stole.
Did you guys lose the bet already?
Yeah. I'm assuming they got you out of there by now.
Unfortunate.
Okay, I wasn't sure. This was kind of going either way.
Now, if they shook the mirror enough, he would have
Is that how that works?
possibly puked on the way out.
Okay, so, yeah, I guess I'll pull out the letters, and what's she doing? Is she just...
She just doesn't seem to have noticed you guys have really entered the area.
She hasn't noticed
She's
us
got
yet?
an in and an out pile.
Alright,
She seems
well,
to
I'll
be
walk
taking
up
papers from the in pile, filing them, and then putting them in the out file.
And bureaucrats.
I'll go take the extension letter and put it on top of her in pile.
She kind of hears the paper at the top of her in pile, and she looks over at it, and then looks up at you with kind of an incredulous look, and says, "Excuse me, where do you think you... oh." And she kind of looks over you, or past you to the rest of the group and says, What are all of you doing here?"
Delivering a letter, apparently.
She kind of takes the paper from the top of the pile and looks at it, says, "An incomplete letter?" It doesn't even have a recipient, it's just sent here to the Hall of Charms.
Well, to be fair, it's not our letter.
He said
just-
the
Delivering it.
Right.
Archmage.
Yeah. The, that part of the letter is verbal. We're looking for the Archmage Gasta.
Well, Gas
Gasta
is...
Uyghur.
Sure, but Gas is mid, lecture at the moment. I can make sure this letter gets to her later.
What
Although
was the letter about?
It's a partially written report requesting an extension to a deadline addressed to the Hall of Charms in Corvoso.
Well,
Maybe
I think
it's
everyone
important
might
to-
have a question
Maybe-
or two.
Maybe it's important to note that the sender of this letter is dead.
She kind of looks over the paper
Maybe we should have opened with that.
and she says, "Who's the sender of the letter?"
It's
Arthur.
Arthas.
Arthas Scarador.
She kind of ponders. Gyarados.
I've got money betting it was a fake name.
She kind of pauses for a moment, opens a drawer, and rifles through it, and pulls out a small folder. Ah, Arthas Gyarados. Here he is. Right, he was a student here 3 years ago, it seems. Expelled. He seemed to have had an accident in the Hall of Evocation. Ended up killing a professor.
Oh.
I think we've heard about this before.
Then
It's definitely not surprising that it would be him.
But why is a expellee trying to send letters here? Half-written
Well-
letters.
He did briefly endeavor to become a bandit, a local bandit lord.
and they were digging really big holes.
She kind of looks down at the paper and shakes her head and looks up to you and says, "I'm not connecting the dots."
We We believe it was intended for Miss Wagra. Is that what Wegra?
It's Wagra. You believe the headmaster
Correct.
is consorting with expellee bandits.
I have no idea. He could simply be sending her a letter, I suppose.
Well, that's why we have questions.
She kind of flips the report over on the mostly blank side and stamps it a few times, and then puts it in the folder, and then puts it on the out pile. Says, well, I can get it to her after her lecture is done. I'm not sure she's going to be too familiar. I can't say that I see too many letters like this come through here.
Yeah, I suppose the circumstances are strange. Hey, we're just the messengers.
Well, I thank you for your duty. Suppose if there was no further business.
Oh, right. We're looking for a green dragon.
Leland, we are in the other side of the world right now.
But we were just in Bell, or in.
Yes,
Where were
Leland.
we again?
Yes, Leland. We teleported.
Danehold.
Danehold. Thank you.
We teleported. Zeta's gotten very good at that.
Teleportation, that's rather impressive.
Yeah, Zeta's got a real knack for it.
Speaking of that, what do you know about this? He just like flicks the beard.
The beard.
Yeah, the face.
She kind of looks it over and,
What kind of magic is this?
oh, you're asking me. I thought you were trying to show off some sort of fancy illusion.
I don't think Aubrey has
Oh no,
anything
it's no
impressive to show
illusion,
off.
and Leland's going to poke it in the face.
Oh, the beard
no idea.
loses it.
I don't know what it is.
Help me!
The beard is going crazy, and she kind of puts two hands out and kind of grasps at the beard's face as you would if you were trying to hold someone's head in a like a reassuring way, and the beard slowly just goes back into its slumber. She goes, "Your beard is sentient? I thought you should know."
That's
Thank you.
all I've gathered so far.
I honestly
Wow.
did that out of a panic, and I now realize that was foolish, but it still worked.
I just woke up. Bam, face beard.
What's this I hear about dragons? Our dragon problem has since been resolved here.
Oh no, I was there.
Oh yeah, we were there for that.
So I heard.
Yeah, Don killed it.
Yeah, what happened to the crater anyway? It filled up real fast. I really thought I left more of an impact.
Well, Don, you left a holiday. That's a pretty large impact.
A holiday's fine, but a crater is forever.
Oh, we've been getting some heavy snow. Any holes have probably been packed with snow. It was a nice pond for a while.
A pond. Oh, that sounds nice.
I heard some of the lower income areas were using it as a small pool.
Look at that. See?
You're-
Murder brought something nice out.
Don, you were quite literally a champion of the peoples.
Yeah, actually, while we're here, do you think we could get an opinion on why and how I came back to life?
Oh, can she see the crab, Aubrey?
I'm sure the crab's fiddling about.
Or the moon in Dawn's eyes.
There's not always a moon in Don's eyes.
When is there a moon in Dawn's eyes?
That
When the
one
moon
night.
hits his eyes.
Oh my god. Grow Daddy, please come faster.
God damn it.
Grotus,
No,
please
but,
protocol.
You wouldn't happen to have anyone here at this academy that would know a lot about bringing people back from the dead, would you?
Suppose the Hall of Wards. There are abjuration. Perhaps the Hall of Whispers for necromancy.
Maybe the Hall of Whispers would be a good place to check out.
Little creepy, but I'm not one to judge.
I came back from the dead after selling my soul to an archdevil. Everything is creepy enough as is already. I don't think it can get creepier.
He got better.
We have no idea how.
See, we had a plan to bring him back, but then he came back, and now everything's got kind of weird.
Oh, right, and you asked about the dragon. We're looking for another dragon.
Several.
There are more? I thought it was just the green one.
The green one, the blue one, the shadow one, the other shadow one, the black one in our care. There's a lot of dragons we're watching after.
I'm not selling my soul again.
Please don't.
This woman has no idea what we're talking about.
Kill switch.
Don, souls are meant to be free.
DM.
Give me a perception check and a sense motive check.
Both. Okay. Perception.
Use a hero point, buddy.
You think I just got those laying around?
Yes.
I don't think I do.
No,
Do not
you
keep
use
track.
them all to survive Holov.
Because you spent the entire night fucking with him.
Worth it. Sense motive.
Okay. Well, you don't perceive much of shit, but you do think it's oddly uncharacteristic for Evany to allow Zeta to call her little unrebuked. But Yursi says, you have a veritable grocery list of dragons to hunt.
Guys, where's Evany?
Probably sleeping, if we know Evany.
Check the backpack for Ebony.
I mean, she's in there. It's like, you ever, like, open a box in the dark with a cat in it, and it's just eyes?
And the cat is not happy, but doesn't move.
Yeah, it's like that.
Alright. Close the bag back up. And then I'll stick a hand in and thumbs up at Ebony.
Oh, man.
She bites your hand.
Get a little bite.
Aww.
Pull the hand back out. Poked something. Shit.
She says a green, a blue, shadows. Well, I know.
Well, the shadow ones aren't around here.
I would hope not. I think greens live in trees. You can try looking there.
Very well. Aubrey, add
Ooh.
trees to our list of suspects.
Always.
Blues I would be less familiar with, as well as the rest of this laundry list. I'm sorry, dragons are not my expertise.
Okay, so you said trees. Have you seen any trees laying around?
Yes.
We'll start there.
Oh man, hold on. I'm trying to think about which one of you guys actually gives a shit about decorum.
Don?
Why? Where? How does this? How did you all reach the conclusion that Don cares about decorum?
He's the only one in this
Like-
group that cares about social graces at all.
All
Well, I
right,
don't-
Don,
I
give me
don't
a
think any of us
perception
want to
check.
be rude.
A perception check?
Yeah.
I'm bad at these.
Well, you're the one that cares about decorum.
These rolls, though.
That's pretty good. +9, saving the skin. Even though it's oppressively cold outside, there are some flourishing potted plants they keep inside the foyer here.
So what you meant to say is, who cares about decorations here, not decorum?
Oh, is
Because
there a difference?
Decorum is manners.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I've misinterpreted that
Which
word for
Zeta
many a
wouldn't
year.
care about either.
In this entire group, pretty much only Don gives a shit about manners.
I
Oh,
disagree with that.
well,
Leland
depends on what
tries,
company
but
you're
he's
in.
not smart enough to know.
okay. Well, now Don cares about decorations.
Trees. Roll me profession florist.
The world's first interior designer, Hell Knight.
I should have done it with Zeta because she has a fucking florist sister, but whatever.
It's true, I do.
Oh well.
Roll me knowledge family.
Look, Zeta's still not sure about the situation with her father. Okay, don't ask for knowledge family, please. It's very confusing. The dreams have not helped on that matter.
Yeah, Zeta doesn't want to ask any uncomfortable questions to herself.
Do you know what it's like to have dreams about two father figures? Well,
You know what it's like to have a dream about being lectured by a lightning bolt?
yeah. It's exhilarating at first.
You ever dream for 2 years?
So yeah, she's yeah, she apologized that she can't be too much more helpful on the draconic information, but asks if there's anything else she can help with. Ober, you
Guys?
never got new
I-
words, did you?
I have plenty of questions I want to ask, but Leland isn't smart enough to ask them.
You can try.
Aubrey,
What's up?
you never got new words, did you?
Yeah, I was meaning to ask about that.
Yeah. I had them written down, I just never gave them to you. So you got gun, twig, and cell.
Cell?
Cell as in a small unit, or
Nope.
cell as in transfer of goods?
Transfer of goods.
SELL?
Anyway,
Not SL. SALE?
sale. No.
SAIO?
What you got, Leland? You got questions, you said.
What? Okay, out of what kind of potted plants are in here?
What kind of potted plants?
Or you were saying decorum,
Yeah.
decorations?
Yeah, it's like some small bushes that have flowers on them.
Are they in pots, vases?
Yeah, they're in like little pots.
Isn't, uh, isn't it cold for plants?
Says it's not terribly cold inside. We have groundskeepers that come by and care for them. You'd be surprised at what the right fertilizer can do.
Fertilizer doesn't really seem like something that can keep plants warm in freezing temperatures.
Oh no, the halls have been temperature regulated for some time.
How bright is this room? Or rather, how is it lit?
There's some continual flames.
So no windows, just
Nah, no windows.
The plants are illusions, aren't they?
Of course not. Oh, we will walk up and touch one.
Feels like a plant.
Look at that. Real as can be.
See if it tastes like a plant.
I'll sniff a flower.
Do you get a will save against it like
Smells
a plant?
like a plant.
It's beautiful, Don.
Does
Whoops.
it smoke like a plant?
Oh god, I knew it was coming there. Okay, so what are we doing? Anything of import?
apparently we're molesting her bushes.
Just admiring.
God damn it.
Yeah, I suppose if we're not here to speak to the recipient of the letter directly.
Can I just make a blind sense motive and pray for the best?
Not always. I don't know what you're sense motivating exactly, but
Because out of character, I would remember that green dragons have some influence on plants, keeping them healthier than normal. And I'm not sure I believe that that without actual sunlight and just a little bit of fertilizer, these plants
no.
would be flourishing.
Okay.
And before the letter of extension was asking for an extension on his life.
you can believe whatever you want to believe.
But
Did I pick that up whenever I knew everything about green?
Yeah. In fact, Kino corroborated your idea that it was a green dragon because of the fact that the plant life, other than where the acid was scorched, had grown.
Wink at Leland.
Why?
He's a smart cookie.
He's not.
he is the dumbest of cookies.
Nah, these plants are the. This is the
This is me out of character trying
Yeah.
to push along the people who in character would figure this out.
Of all the cookies for Leland to be, it would probably be a snickerdoodle because it makes the least sense.
Fucking Nathaniel says something out of character and Aubrey winks at Leland.
That was
She's
so
a smart cookie.
Leland knows.
Sense mode of that wink, why don't you?
This only ends badly for Leland. You never know what part of Aubrey's
Aubrey,
gonna
I'm
transform
sorry,
next.
I don't think you're that cute.
Got him.
Well, that's just not true.
You don't know what Aubrey will look like tomorrow.
You don't know what
Aubrey
Aubrey.
doesn't know what Aubrey would look like tomorrow.
Nobody knows what Aubrey's gonna look like 5 minutes from now.
I mean,
He
how
could
long
be.
until he sprouts tentacles and
He could be a rainbow bee right now, but
Would
Here we
would
are.
the bee keep the beard?
oh yeah, it doesn't keep a beard actually. All the hair on his body.
Yeah, just the hair. I gotta be a fuzzy bumblebee.
But Francis could put the beard on the bee.
Could be a 5 foot tall bumblebee.
Make this happen. Would there be a yet smaller crab in the hair of this bee?
I'm sure the crab stays the same size.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
So, Zeta will take, take Francis aside, and we'll kind of go out while they're talking about dragon questions. And I'm gonna tell Aubrey that,
you mean Francis?
yeah, Francis.
Wait, okay.
I have to tell Francis that there's something going on around here. Something that that Radis would call kinky.
I thought we were free of that word when Radis ran off into the sunrise.
Into the reverse sunset?
Into the 3 a.m. sunset.
What are you getting at?
You can turn invisible, right?
Well, yes, of course.
No, I mean like you can do it today, right?
Yes,
He
of
hasn't
course.
played for anybody in forever.
I have the spell.
I think something's funny around here.
Like, haha, funny?
No, like I'm
Aha,
optimistic
funny.
about. I'm optimistic about my suspicions. Funny.
But, Zeta, you always seem optimistic about your suspicions.
I'm optimistic that you feel that way.
Now, what's going on here, Zeta?
We're gonna kind of take a stroll off a little ways, and
God, are you trying to hold off me?
Here, drink some water. You look thirsty.
here, Francis, I'm gonna need you to read this letter to me.
It's chaotic water.
No.
It's chaotic water.
You know, I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye on myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Invisibility on myself.
Invisibility.
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 So you can see
And,
magic.
What?
Arcane Eye lets you see magic, right?
Oh yes.
Prepare to be blind.
Oh, I know.
Invisibly screaming, "Ah, I can't see!"
Alright. Zeta, I guess I'll follow suit.
It's like if a blind person went to the sun and is like, I cure my blindness.
What a great day, I can finally see. Oh god.
So I'm going to try to invisibly float back to her room, but obviously I probably blinded myself here, so we're gonna have to kind of go based purely off of auras.
Well, I can guide you, Zeta. I can go with you. Just hold my hand, come on.
Well, Arcane Eye is the one that... Are you thinking of Arcane Sight, perhaps? Arcane Eye lets you float a magical sensor around that can see.
That's right, I'm thinking of Arcane Sight.
Yeah. Yeah, your eyes glow blue.
So now there's just a pair of
Just
glowing
blue eyes floating around.
Don't you worry about that.
Ignore the blue eyes.
Zeta sure as hell didn't worry about that.
Wind flapping
Okay.
everywhere.
Wind's going nuts. Just a pair of blue eyes and a bunch of wind into the room.
Closed room,
part's
plants start
not
rustling a
important.
bunch.
A bunch of plants start swishing around.
Oh no.
There's a thud.
Fuck.
But yeah, we're going to examine her using Arcane Sight.
Okay. There's a bunch of magic on her.
There definitely is, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any abjuration magic?
Hold on, gotta find the thing here, because now I gotta look at all the fucking shit. Should fucking...
Wizards make this game complicated.
Yeah, I should have fucking, organized my stuff a little better anyway. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. No, doesn't seem like there's any abjuration.
Okay, cool. So as a free action, we activate Foretell, and here's a spellcraft to identify all of the magical effects that she has active.
You're doing the elf lady?
Yeah.
I think you should went to the lecture hall.
Well, that's fine. They last for like forever.
Nice.
I just see like this now. Oh, make 1 check per aura.
Yeah.
Are there any that he might fail with a 21?
No, there's really only like 1 aura on her. Right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So you only see the 1 aura.
Alright, you want me to make some more checks?
Just saying blah blah blah. It works like detect magic. Spellcraft. Determine the school of magic for each. So you can determine the school of magic with a spellcraft. There's a transmutation spell on her.
Cool, that was expected. Alright, we're gonna float into the lecture hall.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of lecture halls.
Well, the one in question in which we are waiting for the teacher to leave.
Okay. I mean, you look into a bunch of them. There's a lot of lectures going on. It's still, you know, midday, early morning. You also don't know what the person you're looking for looks like.
I'm gonna take Francis aside. Or I'm assuming he's still aside, and just tell him that we need to know where the lady is, which hall she's in. Maybe that we might want to sit in.
So is this the charms mage?
Yeah, she's the second in command of the Hall of Charms.
So are there any charms classes that we see going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Which one has the Zeta? Need you to find the ones with doors. It's gotta be it.
I think they all have doors. Life has many doors, Francis boy.
Doors? Talking about the auras.
Doors.
I don't think I can see the auras that far.
I think there's a breakdown in communication here.
How do you plan on finding the headmaster?
Well, Zeta asked Francis to go figure out which room the headmaster's in. And then Francis told Zeta to look in all the rooms.
Francis, time is of the essence.
Alright, fine. So I guess how is this laid out? Like, how am I actually looking into these lecture halls?
Oh, just ask the lady.
Oh, I thought we were doing an incognito sneak-in thing.
No, only Zeta's floating blue
Zeta's
eyes.
doing that. Okay. All right. In that case, I guess I'm gonna go ask. Who's that person who we gave the paper to?
Yersi.
Yersi. Guess I'll go ask Yersi. Yeah. Just wondering for a friend. Which lecture hall was the Archwizard in?
The headmaster?
And the headmaster.
Oh, she should be lecturing in Hall 109 currently.
Okay.
All of that we could have just asked.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
I'll
float
walk
over
off.
to one. I presume I can hear her say
Yeah.
this, so I'm gonna float off over.
Have you tried just asking?
Who?
Does a 28 to kick the door open? Yes.
It was
does.
unlocked.
It was unlocked. It's my favorite joke to use.
All right, we'll float over and take a look at the headmaster.
Alright. I mean, she has substantially more auras. A handful of magical items.
That's okay. Just knock him out.
You're gonna sit there looking at all her magic stuff. Well, she's got a magic ring on her. Seems to be a ring of protection. She's got a bunch of potions. She's got a bunch of scrolls on her. She's got a wand, a couple of wands. She's got a +1 dagger. She's got an amulet. She's got a belt. She's got a cloak. She's got a little statue of a horse. She's got a headband. She's got a bag.
Oh no, she stole Spring.
Oh no.
Like I said, she's got a lot of stuff going on.
See my right.
But it doesn't look like she has any active spells on her right now. The person who's up there with her seems to be under the effect of a charm spell. But that's kind of par for the course on the demonstration.
Right? Truly shocking. All right.
There's a bunch of students in the room that seem to have some minor magics spells that are ongoing.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the women.
What?
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 It's a charm class.
Nani? Can't fly, but I want to see.
Oh, no, the spell's actually something pretty easy to recognize. It's Night's Watch that a lot of the students are using.
Excellent.
Everyone in there is just Radis.
It's wizard and fucking it's wizard Adderall.
Yeah,
It's a good spell.
Wizard Adderall. You're right.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll head back.
I thought you were gonna talk to the headmaster.
She's
in the middle of her
mid
lecture.
So what's everybody else that's not Blue Eyes Invisible Zeta doing?
I wanna point out
Probably
that my eyes
talking
are
about
normally blue.
stupid shit in front of someone who wants us to leave.
I think it's like par for the course.
As you're passing through the main halls, you'd notice that there is some magic on each of the windows. It seems to be what would the School of Magic be on that actually? Abjuration.
I get a +3 on those.
It's not a high level, so it's just add, bleh. Just give it out. You can like physically examine the windows pretty closely too, so it's easy enough to parse out that it's it's like a modified endure elements. It's the same region of spell.
It's climate control.
Yeah.
So I'm out of character. I'm pretty sure this transmutation effect on the elf is pretty significant.
Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at before all of this started.
What do you think it is?
Alter self. Take on the form of a medium or small humanoid.
That would be a spell-like ability with that pick.
Yeah, it's a magic effect.
Maybe so then.
I'm not
Oh my
seeing
God.
spells. I'm seeing magic.
Look how green her clothes are. Oh my god, no.
Dustin finally connecting the dots is like,
The best part of the campaign by far.
oh wait,
I just think the best of people.
look at the pin holding that, holding the clasp on her cloak thing.
And
It's
who'd
a
have-
flower.
Why would Leslie create a backstory around an avatar? And not the other way around.
Why would I create an avatar on a backstory?
Or something. You know what I mean. I get it. So we gotta kill her.
From 0
You
to
have
60.
abjuration on yourself. Death penalty.
0 to 60 real fast with Dustin.
It's like everyone is good, and I think the best of people
I know
Kill
what
him.
must be done. He
fucking
killed
kill him.
Arthas.
I love it.
He was just trying to help his family and kill Francis.
And both are very noble goals.
It's true. Francis is too far gone.
I really am.
I can't help in this investigation, guys. I'm sorry.
Sure you can. You're the fucking monster hunter.
No, my brain worm tells me there's no point.
Oh no. I don't think you've told us about this brainworm yet.
Soon, don't worry.
So,
We should probably also, pull Don into a room and be like, hey, Moon Eyes. And show him
Let's
off
talk
to the
about that.
wizard.
He doesn't have moon eyes all the time.
Not yet.
But soon.
Give it time.
Alright, so what's everybody doing? Everybody just kind of sitting around in the room while she's filing out paperwork now? And Zeta's gone missing?
Yeah, we're having our absurd conversations. Just waiting, because we're waiting for the end of that lecture either way.
basically.
Yeah, so you
As
guys want
far
to wait
as
till...
we know, we're waiting for the lecture to end so we can ask the headmaster.
We can wander the halls.
I mean, Yoshi's already said
Yeah,
she's gonna go ahead and get the letter to the headmaster once the lectures are done.
Right, but someone's dead, so we should probably tell her about that.
Or we can go hunt a dragon.
The one right in front of us?
The one right in front of us.
Alright, I'll get my soul warmed up.
Part of hunting is waiting, Zeta.
Gentlemen,
We're like,
are
we're
you
like
there?
4 levels
Yeah,
more powerful
Sleep
now.
Storm.
You're right, Zeta cast Fleet Storm.
Yeah, guys, we don't have a gentleman anymore, so,
We can easily take down a dragon now.
In close quarters.
Oh yeah.
In the office.
Yeah,
Like-
dragons don't have good full attacks.
Nor-
It's fine.
And they're also big chunky.
Easy cheesy.
Look how green her clothes are.
Oh, and her clothes are too green.
Someone mentioned that connection? I just didn't really. I don't know. It just seems dark, mate.
Everyone else connected the dots like an hour ago. And we were just trying to work our way there, and then you look how green her clothes are.
They are.
Like, she's been to Danehold. She talks to Gil. Out of character, we know she was something suspicious about a dragon last time we saw her. But the one who noticed that is no longer with us.
Okay. So are you
Archmage,
guys
She
just
the
waiting
Archmage?
around?
Yeah. I guess that room is gonna have to double as a waiting room. Are there
Yeah.
any chairs?
Oh yeah, there's a few benches. They're not really benches. They don't have backs to them, but they're benches.
Then, yeah, I guess we're just killing time in there.
Alright. And at some point she does ask why you guys are still around.
Enjoying the beautiful plants.
And we're waiting for that lecture.
She shrugs, just goes back to doing her paperwork.
Right. Okay.
Some 30 odd minutes later, you'll hear the sound of a bell go off throughout the halls. And the halls are then flooded by individuals. A short time later, a bit of an older woman comes walking into the foyer and lets Yersi know that the lecture went pretty well and asks if there's any messages for her. And Yersi says, "Oh, there's a letter here." And she kind of pulls out from the folder and gives her the letter. And the older woman begins to read it over. She looks up, says, I don't understand. This is unfinished and not necessarily for me." And Yersi says, "It's from our guests here." She kind of motions towards you as the older woman turns and kind of removes her reading glasses and says, "Oh, do you care to explain this?" And she kind of holds up the letter.
Oh, we don't know too much about it. We got it from a dead man. We thought it might be going to you. You mentioned a powerful wizard, and you seem to be the most powerful.
He said, Archmage, I think.
She says, "Well, Archmage would be an old title. We don't really use that title anymore."
Yeah, that's
Mayhaps I would have
as
been an
much as we know about
Archmage
it.
10 years ago, but I wasn't even the, well,
It was from Arthas Garador, apparently expelled student.
she ponders Gyarados, and she looks to Yersi. Yersi then kind of nods and pulls out the file. She looks it over. She says, "Right, Gyarados. Yeah, I remember this guy. Yep. Yep. Uh, Hall of Induction. Botched fireball, yeah?"
Some might call it a successful fireball.
You see,
Aubrey.
Yersi's just face palmed.
Don has to step out the room. He just gets as far away from Aubrey as possible and just starts lightly tapping his head on the wall.
Wait, what's the intent of the fireball?
I'm gonna flay the shit out of his back.
We broke Destin. But no, Gasta is kind of a little insulted by that and says it killed one of our lecturers.
I apologize. I did not grow up in society.
That quick excuse.
Sorry, I didn't realize people dying was bad.
I'm slow to social norms.
I mean, what about his parents?
Whose parents?
Ogres?
Oh,
Aubrey's parents.
he didn't care about that.
They
Right.
dropped me. They're the reason.
They brought me into this world and I brought them out of it. Circle of life, baby. had to beat Don to him.
Well, anyway, the guy who wrote that letter was killed by a dragon. And we're looking for the dragon.
She kind of shrugs and says, I'm sorry, I can't say that I was particularly close to Gyarados.
But the letter was for here.
Perhaps, typically, you would put a recipient on it and not just the address. Then Yersi kind of interjects and says, that's why I figured it must be for you, since I guess you would be the closest thing to the embodiment of the Hall of Charms.
Or, here's an idea. Arthas was feeding you guys bullshit.
Well, he didn't necessarily feed it to us.
He did try to blow us up.
A couple
Yeah,
of
he
times.
wasn't a great guy, but I think he had good intentions.
Perhaps. Some might
Why-
say he even had the best of intentions.
Why
Indeed.
do we even care? He was a bandit leader.
But he changed his ways.
Did he change his ways? He just told you that he changed his ways. He probably didn't change his ways.
He did try to kill us with the final in death.
Well, we're less worried about him than we are a green dragon going around killing people in Danehold.
Now, see, the dragon killed him, right? And his associates?
I mean, that's not the worst of them outcomes.
Sounds to me like that dragon's a hero.
It killed Marty Mart. Marty Mart did nothing wrong.
Well, it's not like we're trying to kill the dragon.
I'm just saying, I think this investigation's a waste of time.
Don, this is about a dragon that's killing people. This
Even
isn't
if they
what.
did deserve it.
This is not what Don would have wanted.
This is about a dragon that's killed criminals.
Gasta's kind of muttering, Danehold, Danehold. She looks to Yersi, and Yersi says, Cheliax, man.
We're from out of town.
An Iceman named Gil Toadman lives. I don't recall Gil's last name.
Aubrey, I don't think that's his last name, but good effort.
Gasta says, you came here in search of a green dragon that's killing people in Danehold?
No, he came to deliver a letter.
I see why Radis left.
Well, we noticed the letter was postmarked here, so it's just a step through a portal, and bam, we're here. Why not deliver it?
You could have just put it in the mail.
That
I am-
takes potentially weeks, doesn't it?
We can teleport.
Well, I can't. Zeta does it.
Right, Zeta.
Where
can
is
teleport.
Zeta?
Yeah, where is he?
She's admiring the architecture, the decorum.
Amazing architecture.
Wait, is Zeta still in the halls?
Yes,
Getting bumped into by a bunch of people?
yes. The wind is everywhere.
Huh?
Nobody knows where it comes from.
People keep running into nobody.
There's just some wind randomly somewhere like 10 feet in the hall, and then nowhere else.
Somebody's papers came loose and they're just flying everywhere.
What the fuck?
Yes, it says, well, I'm sorry I couldn't be more helpful, but I can't say that I know anything about anything you're talking about.
Well, it was worth an effort.
Was it though?
She kind of looks at the paper one last time and just drops it into a small bin near the edge of the desk and says, well, good luck in your search. She kind of heads through a door.
Oh, Francis, what about that other letter?
Well, that wasn't for them.
I don't know if that's appropriate, but
He's gonna deliver the letter to his wife and kid.
maybe
Sorry about your wife and kids.
maybe they maybe they can tell us, and maybe they know something about the wife and kid. So
Or we find the wife and kid and ask if they know anything about the dragon that killed Arthas.
You guys know anything about the dragon that killed your husband/father? What?
then they're just like, what?
Well,
Well,
your move.
Our move.
He did ask about the other letter.
yeah, we can see. It was to Petra and Kyria.
Yep, in Taldane.
Oh,
Is
never mind
Zeta
that.
ever gonna come back in and mention the
Transmutation.
the transmutation magic?
Sure. We've suffered enough. I'll come back in.
Oh, God damn it. We've suffered enough. You held the keys to our freedom, and you just sat there.
Sita's the real evil person in the party.
Yes,
We'll
I've been
fly
saying
back in.
this. No one
We'll fly
believed
back
me.
in, and can I concentrate to like make a more thorough examination of the transmutation spell?
The same way you would identify with detect magic.
Yeah.
No, I think you actually have to cast Detect Magic for that.
Oh well. I'm gonna cast a still and silent detect magic.
Well, you're invisible, aren't you?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be stilled.
Oh well, then I'm gonna cast a silent detect magic. I did it.
Let's see, Detect Magic.
This is my spellcraft to identify the transmutation magic.
You have to identify the spell's properties by spellcraft. Spell's properties.
Nobody can hear me invisibly just going. "Woo, woo, 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 woo."
Should we dispel it?
Wooing.
Well, it's not like we're trying to reveal her here, right? Like she did a good thing. She killed fucking Bandit Lord jackass that we wanted to kill.
Yeah, she's definitely shape changed somehow.
Somehow.
Why is the thing?
Because she's our dragon.
Wow. Mal?
Alright, I guess at this point my 10 minutes has probably worn off.
She's gonna become visible in the room.
Yes.
I don't think any of us would be terribly surprised.
Yersi's a bit suspicious. Their eyes kind of narrow at Zeta floating.
Oh, I'll wave hello again. And wait, which one's Xerxes?
Yersi is the one
dragon.
with the desk.
The one on screen.
You can't just call her the dragon.
No, that's her name now. The monster. Is that better?
But I'll
The
I guess I'll
murderer.
wave at the.
It's
Is
my job to
the
kill monsters.
headmaster still here?
No, Headmaster's gone into like a back office.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess I'll just pop into existence, wave, and kind of look behind and make sure that there's no students entering the room or anything. Like I've got some kind of grand secret here, right? And kind of check both ways, and then kind of cover the half of my mouth, and just say, I think we found the dragon.
Who were
Oh,
you
yeah?
saying that to?
You guys.
Everyone?
Yeah. But specifically to you guys.
How do you reckon?
Where?
Our friend here has transmogrified her shape.
She kind
Zeta,
of
that is
cocks an eyebrow.
That is absolutely stupid.
I thought only chromatic dragons could do that. I'm sorry, metallic.
I mean, in the end, she did do us the favor
What favor?
of eliminating the Bandit Lord.
But-
Okay, why don't we just ask
But-
then?
Marty Mart.
Did you kill Gareth Arador? Arthas Garador?
She
What
just
the
says.
fuck is Gareth Arador?
She just says no.
Okay.
Don asks, "Are you a dragon in Draconic?"
She answers in Draconic. No.
I have a sense motive.
Here comes the sense motive.
Mine sucks.
Anyone just want to ask what what spell she's
Nailed
cast
it!
on herself?
Oh.
Nice.
Don looks over, shrugs. I believe her. See, Zeta, you're being stupid.
Do I believe her?
Do you understand Draconic?
Sure do.
She also answered in English or in
In
common.
English. Got him.
Yes.
I want to ask her in Dwarven.
She doesn't understand.
Got her. That's proof, guys.
Look, there's an even easier way to do this. Ebony.
Well, I mean, there's not much we need to do. Can't we just thank her and then go to Beld?
Still like to know why.
No, bear with me here. Ebony. I have to rub this defeat in your face a little more.
Which defeat?
That you're wrong.
The left foot or right foot?
Oh, no, well, it wouldn't be the first time. You gotta crack an egg to make an omelet.
Yeah, where you
I
believe her.
don't like
Alrighty.
I don't like your optimism.
Ebony, by the way, has not responded.
I'm optimistic that you don't.
Ebony, Get out of
Ebony,
here.
are you okay?
Whoa, whoa. Give her some space, y'all.
Don calls out in
She
Draconic.
has no space in that bag.
Don calls out in Draconic. I'll give you 100 gold to come out here.
There's a small rustle, but eventually she doesn't come out.
1,000 gold.
She kind of pokes one head out of Killswitch's
One
bag.
head.
One.
Yep, just one of her
The other
heads.
7 in there.
Just- She pokes out like she's out up to her ear, or where her ear would be. She's got her horns out. She's like 2,000.
She knows how to bargain.
Don ponders for a moment. Too steep.
She pulls back into the bag.
Wait, Ebony,
Could've had her-
is
had
this
her
person a dragon?
Now she has reason to lie to us.
She wouldn't do that.
She's.
We
What?
need to give Ebony space. You can't keep shoving her back in the bag like that.
She
I
kind of
didn't.
she pokes her face out and looks around the room. Nope. Slides back into the bag.
Then what are you being so skittish for?
I believe her.
Wait, oh, that's sense motive. Okay.
Yeah, you believe Ebony.
I
And is-
believed Ebony!
Ebony calls out from the bag that the place doesn't smell great.
Aubrey did not believe Ebony.
That was
Ebony-
her. That was
Ebony
her
would've
perception.
said- Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, I thought it was a bluff.
It's probably entirely too clean for her.
Too fragrant. Needs to curl up in one of KFC's sleeves.
There, we've wasted enough time with this. Let's get out of here. We should check out the Hall of
Suppose-
Necromancy.
That's okay. Seems a
Unless
little
you-
dark.
I mean, don't you guys want to find out how I came back?
That's. Yes. I'm optimistic about this answer.
You're optimistic about everything, Zeta.
You're saying that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, the sun's shining. We should all be happy to be able to.
We're all still alive. That's all that really matters in the end of the day.
Right, well, we can either go to the Hall of Necromancy, or we can head out and fuck off and go kill a dragon.
You know, either result is good with me. Whatever you guys want to do works the best.
Does Corvosa have an arena?
I'm sure they do.
Do y'all want to go bully things in the arena?
Sure.
Just wondering. We haven't had combat for a while.
For a long while.
For a very long while.
Okay.
You guys killed a Durambros like 2 episodes ago.
That was a few more than that, I think.
God, I barely even remember that.
Speaking of, hey Aubrey, did you ever ask any of your friends for a Tanglefoot bag?
My friends,
Yeah.
my little birds.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Aubrey, do you happen to have one on hand?
How much are they?
My brilliant plan!
I don't know. I was kind of hoping you would know.
I'm checking it out. What are you trying to tangle
50
for?
gold.
Yeah, I have one of those. Just give me 6 seconds to find it.
I shoved it in this bag somewhere.
Yeah, here you go. I'll hand her Big stick.
I'll
Big
place it in my own
sticky
pouch.
icky.
I didn't
All
hear
right.
both of you.
We can go rumble. You wanna go into a boxing match? Let's go box.
I mean, I was just throwing out an idea.
I could blow off some steam.
And then we all died.
We have to wait until night to show off the eyes.
I do actually need some money for some more scroll making supplies, so I do think that's not a terrible idea.
Are we
But it's
allowed
also
to?
10:30.
Yeah, that'd be a next session thing.
I guess the question is, are we allowed to bet on ourselves?
Of course we are. What's the sport otherwise?
It's literally illegal.
Hmm?
You can't bet on yourself. No.
Come on.
You can if you're not actually
Carvosa.
betting on yourself.
Carvo.
We just conscript the services of Basil Bottletop.
Yeah, we might be
Basil
able to find
bottle?
him.
What?
Yeah, if you put a bottle on the ground and spin around 3 times while saying his name, he might appear.
That's canon now.
It is.
That's probably
he
a
he
kid-
usually
It's one of the simpler summoning spells out of the book we gave Gil.
yeah,
probably a canon like
Urban
a
legend.
urban legend, yeah.
it's the Bloody Mary of this universe.
Yep.
Except
Some
he
guy
just takes your shit
he just takes your stuff, yeah.
And your fingers.
in your fingers.
And your tail if you have one of those.
Oof,
Any
I need to try
extremity,
the other
really.
two.
He just beats you in poker or something.
Yeah.
So I guess if someone would be willing to sit out of the fight and gamble, then we can make some money.
Why can't we do both?
Well, I mean, I could probably already have had someone bet for it.
Yeah, you hired someone to come hold our money for a little bit.
Yeah.
I choose to believe that these people that are following Aubrey around are cultists.
I'm just investing in someone's opinion, which is going to be that.
Leslie furiously scribbles notes.
I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah. These people who Aubrey pays are always like raving madmen.
I was going to say.
Who all
raise
know
kids.
exactly who his patron is and are equally mad.
They're all like, the end is nigh. And Aubrey's like, hey, could you
Aubrey.
like go buy me a staff later?
Yeah, Aubrey thinks they're completely.
And as soon as he asks the question, like, our God wills it!
Yeah.
What nice people.
Yeah, they're so nice.
Everybody's so nice around here.
I didn't even roll a diplomacy for that.
Not a single piece of green clothing on them.
Our God has decreed.
I'm gonna be looking strange at everyone wearing green from now on.
Every once in a while, your beard turns green very briefly. Aubrey, are you a dragon?
Am I the dragon?
It was my beard the whole time.
Aubrey, you're the dragon.
Oh no.
Furiously
Look,
scribbles
the green
notes.
sheet.
Obi, you're the bumble.
Thank God Obi didn't happen.
Are you guys ready to bumble?
Good night, guys.
Are we fighting bees?
Always ready.
Let's get ready to bumble. So you guys going to the arena now?
Yeah.
That's probably our next.
We
stop.
gotta kill time so we can go back in the middle of the night and bug the necromancers.
They're only awake at night. Everyone knows that.
Why would you even assume that?
Well, we gotta
Why
show
would that
them.
be the first place?
We gotta
you
show
go?
them Don's eyes.
Don's eyes haven't done that since the night you picked him up.
Spoiler, it was a full moon.
Awfully convenient.
Well, that was a couple days ago. That was
Okay,
about
so
a
we
week
just
ago
gotta
now,
kill
right?
26 more days.
Yeah, it was about a week ago.
Okay, 21 more days.
It's no time
Give
at
or
all.
take.
We can waste it. We have the power.
Yeah, you guys can
We
We
waste a
could
week.
simulate. We could
We have
simulate a
the
full.
arena.
I mean, you guys can just roll profession checks if you just want to kill time.
And then
true.
we apocalypsed.
Yeah, and then apocalypse.
Yeah,
I love how when there's nothing you guys want to do, you're like, what do we do now? And then the moment I'm like, you could time skip a little bit. No way!
And apocalypse.
Oh, I'm gonna.
We are constantly wasting our time when we have things to do.
Can I cast a minor image of the full moon above Don?
Sure you can.
Oh no.
Go for it.
Did it work?
Yeah, there's a minor image of a full moon over Don.
Do his eyes moon?
No.
Does Don howl?
Does he?
Does he become the white wolf?
Oh no. Suddenly, Don widens 3 times as wide.
I'm gonna keep concentrating on it. I'm sure it looks cool.
Local
feel
host's
used-
nightmare goes a woo.
Now, I'm sure that you think everybody's looking at that moon over you, but they're not. They're looking at that beard. 100% of people who are passing by are looking at the beard.
What's he doing?
He's,
Just because it's lighting?
yeah, just because it's a laser light show.
Yeah, they'll get used
If
to
you
it.
walked by somebody
No one's
and
gonna get used
their
to it.
hair was
Hey, I'd do 100 years from now. Bam.
Look,
Everyone.
when you walk by someone and their hair is cotton candy blue, you turn and look at it.
Now imagine if it
wonder
was
why it's
neon
lime green
green.
now.
Yeah.
If it changes from cotton candy blue to neon green to fluorescent orange in a matter of seconds,
Is it just the beard or all of my hair?
It's all your hair.
Oh, it's everywhere.
eyebrows,
Yeah.
Eyebrows. It's like my
Leg
beard's
hair.
green, like I'm on a green screen.
Yeah, it's like you're on a green
It's just-
screen.
Wild.
I already showed you
he's
what
a
it looks
monster.
like.
He's a monster.
You already know
He's
what it
not
looks like.
The moon's pretty cool too, though.
So yeah. What you guys doing? If you
Arena.
want combat, combat can happen.
I could also
Yeah.
just teleport us to Beld.
Combat's always fun.
You could always
on
combat.
occasion.
There's always job boards to find combat.
It's true. Sewers.
You can just go ruin someone's sewer system.
Sorry
Doesn't
about your
sound
town,
like-
kids.
The worst idea.
Sorry about your sewer system and gunslingers.
Oh wait, yeah. Let's check the job board here before we close out.
Yeah, that sounds good.
God damn.
You suggested it.
I know I
You did
suggested
this to
it.
yourself.
If you look right here, it's a little chubby penguin
where?
right next to the mouth.
It's a little chubby penguin.
Oh my god. Stop. Dustin, you can just stop cloud watching.
I can't.
Hold on, since we're on this fucking track.
I see a lizard person.
Is it the The one that it's kind of robotic.
Right here, there's some guy with both his arms waving.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him. There's a
See,
few of them.
The south end of the river is just the ghost of a very ugly chicken.
Yep,
There's
I
this
noticed that one
scorpion
earlier.
here.
It's like an emu or something.
Like here's the beak, and here's the wispy trail.
All right, I
pretty
don't think
perfect.
this is going anywhere tonight.
So-
So.
Scorpion tail,
Hang on.
scorpion head, scorpion body.
Yep. Clouds.
Motorcycle.
Box.
Yep, I could see that as well. It's such a prominent front tire.
It's got the little. It's like a Tron cycle. It's got
Yeah,
the little cockpit.
Yeah, exactly. Maps.
In fact, it's got a fucking tread. It's an overly complex Santa sleigh.
Yeah, I see the gifts.
All right, guys. Is that it for the night?
I think he's looking at the job board.
Oh
He's
yeah.
making a job board.
He's making a job board.
Speaking of job board, when you get a chance, can you list our options in chat for the other campaign?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll
So
do
we-
that.
So I can
Sorry.
ignore it.
So we can all ignore it, forget they were there, and spend an hour deciding next week.
Well, I'm gonna
We
ignore it
had
because I don't
options.
want the choice. But you got a couple of choices when it comes to your job board if you're looking for combat specifically.
How dare you?
Well, stop being anti-Sheeran. There's a simple caravan escort. And
Well, hell yeah. Let's do that.
all right.
Well, let's
Easy.
hear the rest of the options.
Where?
Well, most of the stuff's gonna be really beneath you guys. And then there's the there's a problem with flame drakes coming from the east. There's a bit of an
Those are our
infestation of
favorite kind of
flame
drakes.
drakes.
I'll leave it to you guys.
Okay. So if we're gonna call it, and go ahead and kill off old Stremo.